the old Icepack team.
NC State, they just pump out relentless attack after relentless attack.
This is a team that you don't want to sleep on.
There's never any easy moments on the ice against NC State.
NC State with the goal.
With speed, Matt Miller off of Hunt. He saves the game. Let's go!
Welcome into Icepack pregame here on PackTV. NC State about to take on the Louisville Cardinals for the second consecutive night here at the Wake Competition Center. Max Gorin and Joey Bianconi with you as always here on PackTV. Last night, Joey, NC State, looking pretty solid throughout the entire game, coming away with a 5-1 victory.
Yeah, we heard from Coach Healy post-game, and he said it was a pretty solid game, a B-plus game. Didn't play their best hockey, but it also wasn't their worst hockey. I liked what I saw last night personally. We had a good first period between both these teams, probably the closest period of hockey we've seen so far in the Wake Competition Center. Second period was a little more NC State favored just based on all those Louisville penalties, and in the third period, you know how NC State always does it, they run away with it. Ends up with a score of 5-1.
5 different goal scorers for the Icepack last night. Getting things started, it was the captain, Eric Todd, getting on the board for the first time this season about 3 minutes into the game. That would prove to be the lone goal in the first period that would end 1-0. Saw a lot of wide open play, a lot of neutral zone back and forth, some pretty entertaining hockey, but from then on, NC State had the advantage in terms of penalty minutes, taking advantage on the power play, and we're just able to run away with it despite the one goal from Louisville's Zach Burkhart. Tonight, NC State looking to improve to 17-1 against Division II competition. Again, that only Division II loss coming against Liberty last Friday here in this building. An overall record of 17-2 for the Pack so far this season.
Yeah, I've liked what I've seen from the Pack so far. Really solid play. 17-2. Really close to that bid to Nationals, and beating Liberty on the road, actually not last game but the game before, really cemented that fact because they went over the spread. They got a 3-goal difference in that game and only lost by 1. So it's a really good start for the Pack. And for tonight's game, this is the second game in the 2-game set against Louisville, which the Pack looked pretty dominant yesterday. I expect Louisville kind of come back with a vengeance in this game because they're well rested today. They don't have the travel fatigue like we were talking about in yesterday's broadcast. So I expect this to be a pretty tightly contested game.
I heard rumors last night that they would be at today's Carolina Hurricanes game. Now, personally, I didn't see them there, but they may have been somewhere in the crowd enjoying the Hurricanes' 4-1 victory over the Canucks earlier this afternoon. And it will be a bit of a different game because there are going to be some lineup changes for the Icepack and perhaps some for the Cardinals as well. I know Coach Graham last night said both goalies would be playing in this back-to-back set here in Morrisville. So perhaps we will see Kevin Hale in net instead of Cameron Walsh, although it did look like Walsh was taking the majority of pre-game reps. So we will keep an eye on that and keep everybody updated. When we come back, we'll take a look at some highlights from last night's action and continue getting you prepped for tonight's contest between the Icepack and the Cardinals. You're watching Icepack Hockey on PackTV.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library,
Don Diablo.
Oh yeah, this is actually like in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy, up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Welcome back to pregame coverage of Icepack hockey here on PackTV. NC State about to take on the Louisville Cardinals for the second consecutive night. But before we get to tonight's game, let's take a look at the highlights from last night's action between the Cards and the Icepack. Welcome to Icepack pregame here on PackTV. We're happy to welcome you in once again. Tonight, the Icepack will be taking on visitors from Louisville, Kentucky, the Louisville Cardinals. Max Gorin and Joey Bianconi with you as always here on PackTV.
Defense. So the official drops the puck and we are underway here. Cardinals and Icepack quickly dumped into the Louisville zone. We're be intercepted by Todd. Shot by Monteith, can't get through. Todd gives it back out in front for Monteith. It's loose in the crease, and they score! Eric Todd cleans up the loose change at the side of the crease, and the Icepack get the fast start they were looking for. They lead 1-0.
Yeah, that's really what they needed to start off this game. Eric Todd just in the right place at the right time in front of the net there. Just Cameron Walsh couldn't make the cover on the loose puck, and Eric Todd will get an easy slipping goal. As we take a look, just bodies in front of the net everywhere, just not able to secure that loose puck, and it goes squirts out right to Todd. And
Hugo Solomon, quick one-touch pass in the middle. Johnson has it, and he scores! Riley Johnson, left all alone in the slot, fired it top right corner, and the Icepack extend their lead to 2.
That was just a beautiful play overall. You got Solomon that received the puck originally off a really, really hard pass, manages to pass it cross ice for Zarek, and Zarek left it for Johnson. Johnson able to put it home. That's how you get good goalies like this out of their rhythm, like Cameron Walsh here. Just all the passes, not able to keep up with it, and Riley Johnson will put it top shelf over the shoulder.
But Malaya is there to help recover. Puck up in the air in front of the net. It pinballs, and they score! Right onto the stick of Zach Burkhart, and he buries it to make this one a 2-1 hockey game.
Well, you had Oliver in front of the net there, and it looked like he tried to take a swing at that puck midair, just missed it, and Zach Burkhart just there when it hits off the ground, doesn't really bounce much, and he just gets the nice easy goal. Eric Daniel not really expecting it. I'm sorry, that's not Walsh, it's not Emery, Oliver.
To Breshingham, his one-timer, he shanked it and they score. The one-timer attempt by Breshingham didn't make great contact, but deflected off a friendly skate. And the officials will discuss. I don't think there was much of a kicking motion there.
I don't believe there was. I think he just missed the puck mostly. It just kind of skirted. I believe that Cameron Walsh expected a more powerful shot here. As you see, great leave pass there by Oliver, and just Breshingham just kind of missed the puck. And you know, Cameron Walsh just really wasn't expecting that puck.
Oliver drops it off for Fong. Fong playing it in front. They tip it and score! Drew Bressingham able to get a stick on that one and sneak it by the pad of Cameron Walsh. And now it's 4-1 Icepack.
Bressingham finally got his goal, but that was another really slow one that I believe Cameron Walsh wasn't really expecting. You take a look here, you have Emery Oliver dropping it off. And
not sure if that was on purpose by the Icepack, but a nice play nonetheless. In the middle, they're still hacking away at it. Robinson's got his backhander, scores! Zach Robinson pops the water bottle with the backhander. NC State extends their lead.
Wow, that was just a beautiful goal by Zach Robinson there. Able to elevate that puck. I've been talking about that most of the game. That's why most of these shots haven't been able to get past Cameron Walsh, but finally the backhander gets over. You see Zach Robinson over here just kind of sticking with it for a little while through the mess, the jumbled bodies, and able to elevate it over Cameron Walsh, and he's beating himself up over that one.
Another great performance by the #1 goaltender for the Icepack. So they'll just let the last few seconds tick off the clock here. So the final score, NC State 5 and Louisville 1.
Those were the highlights from last night's action between the Icepack and the Cards here at Wake Competition Center. Again, a 5-1 win for the NC State Icepack, improving their record on the season to 17-2. A very strong campaign, much like last year, looking to get deep into the postseason and make a run once more. And Coach Healy, he spoke to us earlier in the season talking about how he wants to build this program up into almost like a Gonzaga of hockey at this level. And it's hard to deny that he has made some great progress towards that point.
Yeah, the past 2 years have been great for this program, especially this year. Being 17-2 at this point in the season is just such a great accomplishment for this team. And, I'm sure every hockey team that's gone through here has D1 aspirations. Everyone does, and they're doing pretty good for themselves in that aspect right now.
NC State, another, again, fantastic campaign, a very strong strength of schedule. They mentioned time and time again, they're not afraid to schedule anybody because that can only serve to benefit them, whether through a strong win for their resume or from good experience moving forward. Mentioned earlier in the pregame, there will be a couple of lineup changes for the Icepack. We'll bring those to you now. Last year's first line being reunited, maybe trying to bring a little bit of extra firepower and kick the Icepack into their top gear. That, of course, being Chris Solomon, Parker Zarek, and Riley Johnson manning the first line. Garrett Arini, Matt Miller, and Zach Robinson will play together. Alex Fong, Eric Todd, and Philip Bailey. And then a couple of scratches. Bressingham and I believe that was, I'm forgetting it now because I don't have the scratches in front of me, but Avery Schaefer and Nick Costantino drawing in on the fourth line. Bressingham scratch, hopefully not anything too serious related to that injury we saw from the hit he took in front of the Louisville bench last night.
Yeah, he actually came up to us post-game and showed us his little cut that he had on the bottom of his chin. He seemed to be okay. He was joking around, but I'm sure he's just being kept out of this game for precautionary reasons.
Yes, that other scratch of the forwards, of course, being Charles Monteith. Of course, I did remember it just after I started talking.
It happens. It's okay.
A typical situation. The blue line will look the same as last night. Hugo and Alex James on that top pairing. Miles Frone and Ricky Frosch playing together as always, and Alex Robinson and Jackson Cowan. The extra skater for the Icepack going to be Don Johnson. And then between the pipes, Isaac Toyer getting his third start of the season. The freshman from Danvers, Massachusetts, posted a 2-0 record so far this season with a 2.06 goals against and a .913 save percentage. Coach Healy looking to get a couple more reps for the kid.
Yeah, he's looked really good all season for the 2 games that he's played, and he gets his third start tonight. I was in the locker room just before, and when he found out he was starting, and his smile on his face when he saw he was starting. So, just go out there and have some fun. That's what Coach Healy was saying to all the players. He just wants them to go out there and have some fun and get the win.
In terms of changes for Louisville, we can't be too certain until we see the team out on the ice, but the place to watch would certainly be in between the pipes, seeing if Cameron Walsh will again get another start. Played very well for Louisville last night despite conceding the 5 goals, but hard to fault him for many of them. A couple of strange bounces and hard to stop opportunities for him, but we'll see if it's going to be him or Kevin Hale in between the pipes for Louisville.
Yeah, Walsh, going back on last night, looked phenomenal in that he made some incredible saves and really gave the Icepack a hard time trying to score throughout the first 2 periods of that game. So if he's starting today, look for him to make some incredible saves once again.
Icepack and Cardinals. Coming up in just a few minutes here, you are watching Icepack Hockey on PackTV.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library.
Don Diablo. Oh yeah, this is actually in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
Welcome back inside the Wake Competition Center. We're starting lineups being read out on the ice now. NC State once again in their red uniforms with the cream stripes and black pants. Louisville wearing those white jerseys with the black shoulder yokes, black pants, and white socks. I'm actually quite, a pretty big fan of these Louisville jerseys. I think they're pretty sleek. They almost look like the Team Canada jerseys.
Yeah, I like them too. You mentioned that yesterday too, that they the jerseys are really showing out this weekend.
So to touch on these lineup changes once again, Chris Solomon, Parker Zarek, and Riley Johnson being united. Once again, those three played together on the top line for much of last season for Tim Healy's squad. Riley Johnson, an incredibly skilled player, hasn't gotten a ton of first-line reps this season, but we've seen more. He's more than capable of creating plays just for himself and for his teammates. He actually scored one of those Svechnikov / lacrosse goals, whatever you want to call it, early last season. Definitely a high-impact player, and uniting him with someone like Chris Solomon and a steady center like Parker Zarek, it can prove to be explosive for the Icepack.
Yeah, we'll definitely see a lot from that line tonight. But I like what Coach Healy has done so far this season, not including them all on the same line, because that goes back to the depth on this team and how not to rely on a single line or a single player. You're just putting your players out there, and they're going to get you goals. You're not relying on one single guy to do it. But, uniting this line tonight is just going to up the pace of this game a little bit. You're going to get a lot of speed out of this first line of Solomon, Zarek, and Johnson.
And, just continuing down the lineup, Garrett Arini, Matt Miller, and Zach Robinson playing together there on that second line. Zach Robinson, as hot as anybody on this team, lately scored last night, scored in the previous game against Liberty. Just an absolute snipe of a backhander he had in the third period last night. Popped the water bottle over the shoulder of Cameron Walsh. Of course, Walsh will be sitting tonight. It is going to be Kevin Hale starting for Louisville. We'll see if he's able to make some of those fantastic saves we saw out of Walsh last night. And as we await the playing of the hallowed Star Spangled Banner recording here at Wake Competition Center. We'll take a look at the bottom 6 forwards for NC State. Alex Fong, Eric Todd, and Philip Bailey playing together on the third line. To me, that's a pretty interesting combination. Alex Fong, a veteran player on this team. Eric Todd, of course, the captain, and just about the most veteran player you can get on this roster. So a lot of experience there, being paired with the freshman Philip Bailey, who will be playing in his 4th game for the Icepack.
Yeah, we saw a lot of Philip Bailey last night. He was all over the ice skating. Had a few shots on goal. Unfortunately, none of them fell for him. But we saw a lot of speed out of him. And then Eric Todd scoring his first goal of the season. He's definitely going to want to ride that momentum in this game. And Alex Fong, just been a solid player all year long.
And then on the 4th line, we've got Nick Costantino, Emery Oliver, and Avery Schaefer. There's a couple of good elements on that line as well. Emery Oliver plays with a lot of speed. You'll notice that out on the ice. He's almost comparable to Charles Monteith in that way, who's scratched tonight. And Costantino is a big body and can provide a good physical presence. And that's a good combination, I think, for creating some opportunities, but also not sacrificing too much on the defensive end of the ice.
Yeah, exactly. And Costantino's on the 4th line, and that's a good line to have your big physical player on. The line that you just put out there to make a couple big hits and to get the crowd and the team going.
Of course, the big change tonight for NC State, Isaac Toyer starting in net, the freshman, his 3rd game for NC State, hoping to finish off the sweep against the visiting Louisville Cardinals. So the anthem is wrapped up here. We're just a few moments away from puck drop here at the WCC. Final metaphorical crossing of T's and dotting of I's, some smelling salts for some of the Louisville players right in front of our commentary box. So we'll line up, and Parker G will face off against Parker Zarek to start this one off. Puck is dropped, and we are off. G will send it in to the NC State zone directly off the face-off. Attempted clear by NC State, sticked ahead by Louisville. Quick backhand shot by Michael Holmes is saved by Toyer. Louisville bench buzzing noticeably to start this one off. Got a little bit of energy, but outlet pass for Riley Johnson through the middle. He's coming through, tries to nutmeg the defender, Tiago Ramirez, but Ramirez takes it away, and he'll carry it up himself now. Ramirez tries to gain entry, turns it over. Johnson down the right side now. Leaves it for Zarek. Zarek fires a shot into the chest pad and glove of Kevin Hale, and he'll freeze it.
Yeah, almost slipped out of the glove of Kevin Hale there. Would have been a really good opportunity for the Icepack. We'll take a look at this 3-on-2 play here. Just the feed off to Zarek. Zarek with just a powerful shot right to the center of Kevin Hale. And yeah, Kevin Hale kind of bobbled that puck there a little bit. That could have been dangerous for the Louisville Cardinals starting out this game.
Robinson off the face-off win by Miller. Has it in the corner. Tries to dangle behind the net, but gives it away to Zaritsky. Sam Zaritsky looking up ice. Will dump it in from the red line. Dalton Carl throws it out in front for Dylan Dinzik. This pad save by Toyer. Louisville maintains control. Shot flipped in from the left point, deflects wide. Another shot goes wide from the right side now. Zaritsky can't hold the point on the left side. Puck will glide all the way back into the Louisville zone and behind their net. Dalton Carl will retrieve it. Flip a saucer pass ahead to Cam Costa. Costa bothered in the middle. Carl will pick it back up. He's hounded by a couple red jerseys. And the Icepack take it away. Alex James now carrying it up from the defensive position, getting in deep. Drops it off for Miller. His shot into the pads of Hale, but he'll squeeze those together and freeze that one.
Alex James, really good leave pass there for Miller. Miller with another powerful shot just to the center of Hale there, making an easy save for himself, his 2nd save of the game.
There are actually some junior Hurricanes youth players playing up here just outside where we set up our broadcast equipment, and they were taking up a couple of the little shooting cage areas here, but that didn't seem to bother Alex James. He was in there practicing. digging those dangles sharp, trying to make an impact on offense here early.
Showing the kids how it's done in that cage.
Puck sticked ahead by James Matson, but Louisville is denied at the blue line. Alex Robinson will glove that one down and carry it ahead. Here's Philip Bailey at the top of the slot. His shot low and off the pad of Hale. Fong will pick it up behind the net, throw it out in front, looking for Eric Todd, can't find him. At the point, Cowan goes D to D. They give it into Bailey. He doubles back on the backhand and sends it all the way around. Cowan keeps it in deep. Todd tries to flip it out in front. Cowan trying to find it. It's caught in his skates. They kick away at it eventually. Thiago Ramirez picks it up for Louisville. Ramirez will send it in from the red line, and Toyer will simply cover that one.
I like the Icepack's game plan so far here. A lot of passing in their offensive zone, trying to spread this defense out a little bit, create some shooting lanes for themselves. They've already had a couple shots pretty dangerously put on Hale. One of them almost for a rebound opportunity. Hale's kept his composure so far.
Parker G and Emery Oliver face off, won by G. Sent all the way around in the NC State zone. Good sidestep there for Louisville to maintain possession, but they do turn it over. And now here comes Costantino. Costantino can't quite get through. Parker G taking it the other way. He tries to dangle around Ferrone, but loses it, takes it back. G bringing it in on goal. Lost control in the corner. Could be a break for NC State. Oliver. And Icepack entered the zone offsides.
Yeah, definitely the game plan tonight for the Icepack. You know, pregame Coach Healy was saying how they just got to connect on their passes a little more. Yesterday we saw a couple costly turnovers in the neutral zone and in their own offensive zone that were hindering some chances there. So definitely connecting on some passes more, which we've seen so far in this period.
Flip through the middle will not find the receiver. So James will take that one for NC State. Couple hacks at a little hit laid there by Schraders, but NC State comes away with it. Johnson dangles to the backhand. He'll fire a high wrister from just above the left circle. Sent that one a couple inches too high. He's got the puck again in the corner. Tries to drop it back, but it's chopped out of the zone. First line remaining out there for the Icepack, trying to generate some offensive opportunities. Solomon off the boards for Johnson. Johnson again motoring ahead on the right side, going down to what would probably be considered his favorite spot, down there low on the right side. Handoff for Chris Solomon in that spot now. Solomon, backhand pass out in front for James. He spins and turns it towards the crease. Nobody home. Solomon's got it in the left corner now. He assesses his options, throws a saucer pass cross ice for Alex Robinson. Robinson being hounded by Cam Costa. Puck is pinned to the board, so it will come away. It gets to Solomon, one-timer in the slot off the post. Howitzer rings off iron for Chris Solomon.
Chris Solomon had a wide open look there. Just barely missed off the post on the top right side, the glove side of Hale.
Louisville was offside. They had to tag up. Turned it over in the meantime, but danger avoided by the Cardinal defenses. Zach Robinson plays it ahead for Garrett Arini. Arini dangling around three Louisville defenders. He'll stop and turn. Give it off to Cowan. Cowan's wrister hits the chest pad of a teammate out in front. The rebound, and they score! And who else but Zach Robinson? On an absolute tear for the NC State Icepack. Goals in 3 straight games now for the one they call Z-Rob. And the Icepack go up 1-0.
Well, credit Cowan for the original shot here. You'll see him up at the point. He gets the puck, just fires it on net, and Hale just loses it in the scrum, and Zach Robinson's there to put it home. to make this a 1-0 hockey game pretty early on, just like we saw yesterday. The Icepack went up early 1-0.
Matt Miller was set up there right in front of the goaltender. Puck just kind of hit him right in the chest pad, landed in a perfect area to create a little rebound opportunity. And Robinson was there to cash in on it. So the Icepack, second straight night, score a early goal to take a 1-0 lead. Don Johnson tries to play it to the goal scorer, Zach Robinson. He gives it over to Jackson Cowan. Cowan's pass in the middle, almost hops over the last remaining stick, but Arini takes it away. He passes over to Don Johnson. His wrists are low and wide of the cage. Don Johnson gets it back now on the left point. He tries to feed it out in front. Couldn't find a stick. Arini will take it. Arini still possessing it. Hands it off for Robinson. Robinson for Don Johnson. He sends it all the way around. Cowan stops the puck on the sideboard. They scrum for it. Nobody can seem to find the puck. Finally, Zach Robinson will take it. He gives across to Don Johnson. His wrister blocked by Jacob Cisalis. Kept in, though. Shot sent on from outside the hash marks on the outside of the left circle. Easily swallowed up by Kevin Hale.
At the beginning of that offensive shift, Don Johnson had a prime opportunity to go one-on-one with the goaltender there. Just lost the puck in his skates. He ended up twisting, going a full 360 degrees before finding the puck, and by that time, puck just was shot off the net because he really couldn't find where it was.
Tie up off the faceoff. Louisville will come away with it. Cisalis gives over to Ty Morgan. Morgan looking for Schraders. Offensive chance does not come to fruition. Goal will be Zach Robinson's 14th of the season. Again, goals in 3 straight games for him. Chance there for Louisville. Ty Morgan couldn't settle the puck. Fong's got it now for NC State. He flips across for Philip Bailey. Bailey trying to make a move on the backhand. He gets it out in front, throws it on net. Saved by Hale.
Bailey was trying to pull a Zach Robinson from last night going to the backhander. Pretty strong backhand there, just right into the chest of Hale. He needed to put it just a little more, either to the left or right, preferably the right, because that's where Hale was giving it up. And that would have been a pretty nifty goal.
Bailey tried to make a move to the left and then bring it back and throw it over the glove side of Kevin Hale, but good save by the Cards goaltender. Played to the middle now, hits the heel of Dylan Dinzik, so NC State takes it away. Cosentino battling with Costa, gets out in the slot for Oliver, gets caught in his skates and he can't retrieve it in time. Dalton Carl throws one off the stick of Isaac Toye, and there's a stoppage. Looks like the puck maybe was not, or they're calling a penalty on Emery Oliver. I didn't see the signal from the official. It's going to be a roughing penalty on Emery Oliver. So Louisville will go on the power play here. 11:43 to go in the first period, looking to even this one up at 1.
Yeah, Emery Oliver was checked back in his own defensive zone there, and he didn't take too lightly to that one. Got a little too rough with the Louisville player there.
So another power play for the Cardinals. Had a couple last night, but don't believe they were able to convert on any of those man advantage opportunities. Sam Zaritsky behind the Cardinal net will look to get things started. Zaritsky carrying it down the left side. Will dump it in on his backhand. James will pick it up, try to clear it down the ice for the Icepack. Unsuccessfully. They battle for it in the corner now. Does come away to Philip Bailey. He'll flip it off the boards to himself and try to maybe create a shorthanded opportunity. His pass doesn't make it through. Louisville's outlet pass bounces off a teammate, and they'll have to come back and regroup. Deliberate spin move there from Sam Zaritsky. Costa's got it now. He gives it down low for Zach Burkhart. He throws it back to the point. Piatti back for Burkhart. Burkhart had Carl streaking down the right side, but just sent it a little bit behind him. And Burkhart can't hold the line on the left side. It goes all the way back into the Louisville end.
NC State will go for a line change now, but I like the concept here that they're going for on this penalty kill. Very aggressive and, you know, proving their dominance here at their home arena. As you see, they clear it down the ice again. Just very aggressive so far, getting a lot of takeaways with the puck and clearing it and managing to get some line changes out of it.
Able to keep things clean out in front of Isaac Toyer so far on this penalty kill. Louisville brings it in though. Parker G's shot goes wide. Played ahead for Chris Solomon. Solomon will throw it to Johnson. It could be a break now. Johnson shorthand and brings it in on goal. Makes a move, tries to feed the backhander through the 5-hole. Good poke check there from Kevin Hale, able to deny Riley Johnson. Zarek gloves that one down now. Tries to feed it out in front. Penalty has expired, so we're back to 5-on-5 play here. High flip through the middle, knocked down by Jackson Cowan. Bouncing puck, settled by Solomon. He kicks it ahead. Solomon, patient, goes off a skate back to Cowan. Cowan will rip a wrister from the right point. Deflects into the corner where Louisville will pick it up. Burkhart plays it ahead for Cam Costa. Costa denied at the blue line. NC State really just hasn't given up much of anything so far in this one. That one backhanded. I thought that one may have hit the mesh. Certainly, over there by center ice.
Certainly did look like it. We'll play on.
We'll play on. Here's Chris Solomon trying to make a move to the right side. Indirect pass by Louisville. Here comes Schraders. His wrister into the chest pad of Toyer. He'll freeze it.
Going back to that penalty kill there by the Icepack, I was mentioning how they were playing it very aggressive. They had a shorthanded opportunity there by Riley Johnson. Just here it is. Riley Johnson was taking it all by himself. Would have been a nifty goal if he got that one through the 5-hole. But Hale making a pretty good save.
So a risk-reward kind of situation there for a goaltender, because if you make the poke check successfully like he did there, you know, you're almost certainly denying the goal. But if your timing is off or you're not accurate with the stick, then it could prove to be an easy opportunity. And it looks like a slashing penalty is going to be called here. We'll see who the offending player is. It's going to be Drake Schraders for Louisville. So now the Icepack will have a power play.
We'll see how this power play unit does for the first time today. Scored once yesterday, but haven't been the dominant power play team that we've seen for most of the season. So let's see if they'll get a quick one off their first one.
Face off nearly cleared by the Cards, but kept in. Good stick by Alex Robinson. Alex James now gives it down low for Zach Robinson. He tries to feed it through the middle for Matt Miller, but couldn't get a stick on it, and Louisville will clear it. Alex Robinson, outlet pass for Philip Bailey. Bailey with some speed, playing it to the right side. He'll stop, try to make a play. Met by Carl Drew and sent down the length of the ice. The Cardinal penalty killers will get a change. Alex James, inside for Matt Miller. Miller will drag and throw a wrister on, but an easy save for Kevin Hale.
Louisville playing extra aggressive on their penalty kill as well. Almost let up a Matt Miller goal there, but Matt Miller just couldn't get that puck where he wanted to. Shot it at the center of Hale once again.
Face off, won by the Cardinals, but poke check by Johnson trying to take it away from Thiago Ramirez. Eventually they will dig it out and get it back to Victor Hugo. Hugo will lose an edge, but maintain control. One-time pass by Solomon, wrister by Zarek goes high. Cardinals able to just clear it out of the zone before it's gloved down by Hugo. Zarek will take it back and try to find a better lane for a teammate. Solomon will carry it in on the right side now. Solomon very patient, waiting, looking for the right opportunity. Here's Zarek, top of the left circle. Feeds it back, one-timer by Hugo, saved by Kevin Hale. Icepack still threatening here on the power play. One-timer for Solomon, sent wide. Zarek not able to hold the zone. So they'll tag up, bring it back in. Riley Johnson gets in deep on the right side and fires a wrister, gloved away by Hale. Hugo gives over to Zarek. Back for Hugo. Takes the one-timer, tries to feed it for Solomon. Just missed him. Penalty has expired. Back to 5-on-5 here. Icepack unsuccessful on the power play. Cards will clear it out. Chipped ahead by Johnson for Solomon. Solomon's low wrister from outside the right circle. Swallowed up by Kevin Hale.
I love watching Solomon. Solomon's, the lead point scorer on this team, and there's a reason why for it. He's so patient when it comes to looking for a pass or shooting the puck. He's very, very patient, and that's good in a player because he's not really going to turn the puck over much. He's going to give you some really good opportunities. He's going to open up some opportunities for other players, too.
Chris Solomon, the leading scorer on the Icepack. 25 goals, 18 assists on the campaign in 19 games. Co-captain of this squad. Philip Bailey picks up the turnover, his wrist shot into the glove of Hale.
Icepack forced a pretty nice turnover over there in the neutral zone. I believe that was Eric Todd that forced the turnover. Puck goes right out to Philip Bailey. Philip Bailey puts another shot on net.
Eric Todd wins the draw for the Icepack at the right point. Quick shot, deflects up and into the netting. Ferrone trying to catch Hale sleeping or utilize a screen out there in front of him, but puck was deflected away. So they'll run it back here. No changes for that quick shot. Another tie-up on the face-off. San Costa will flip it high and try to get it out, but a good keep by Ferrone, and he's leveled by Dalton Carl.
A nice hit there by Dalton Carl. Very clean hit and definitely would generate some momentum here for this Louisville team.
Good stick at the offensive blue line, almost kept it in for the Icepack, but Costa takes it away from Eric Todd. Here's Costa. He fakes the shot, loses control of the puck. Flipped up and out by the Icepack. Sent ahead. No look chip by Carl is intercepted by Frosch. He's bringing it in now. He'll fire a wrister. Would have gone wide, but instead is gloved by Carl. And now Frosch is going at it with a couple Louisville players. And then coming in was a teammate. And then we've got a whole scrum here in the corner. Officials trying to get a hold of things before they spiral out of control, but have to assume there's going to be some penalties and maybe even an ejection or two resulting from this.
Oh, definitely. That's one the crowd will love, but I don't think the coaches are going to like that one very much. I believe that was Eric Todd.
Eric Todd came parachuting in the defense of Ricky Frosch. They're both headed to the box, and honestly, I would be surprised if both are going to remain in the game, considering the strictness that the ACHA has against any unnecessary sort of fighting or violence.
Yeah, we've seen that before with Colby Peterson at this arena where he made a hit like that and he was ejected for the rest of the game.
So Frosch was mixed up with, looks like it was Dylan Dinzik. And then Todd came in and with an extra shove or hit there at the end. Referees are discussing it now. Both sides anxiously awaiting to see what will result from this.
We'll take a look at the replay here. There's the original.
Frosch upset with Dinzik, and then Zaritsky comes in, and then you see Todd comes in and just takes down Zaritsky from behind.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So yeah, it looks like Eric Todd is going to be ejected from this game.
So I was just going to say, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets ejected. The player that he leveled wasn't even looking at him, and it was against the boards. They will not like that one.
And Dinzik is leaving the penalty box as well, so it looks like he is also going to be ejected from this game. So it'll be interesting to see how the penalty situation shakes out here. It will be a lengthy discussion and explanation at the conclusion. Likely somebody will be serving a penalty from the Louisville side, hence why the box is open right now.
You know, I hate to see that for Eric Todd, too, because he just scored his first goal of the season yesterday, and now he's already ejected in this game.
Looks like the goalies are playing a little catch here. Kevin Hale and Isaac Toyer sending the puck back and forth the length of the ice.
Toyer seemed to let him score, gave him a little nod.
Toyer now resting a good height on that one. Looks like it was going to go just wide.
They seem to be impressed with each other. Maybe we'll see a little goalie action later on in this game. See if we can get a little goalie goal.
The referee going to go reclaim the puck now as they're going to get things started back up again. 5:05 to go here in the first period. Icepack leading 1-0 on the goal from Zach Robinson. We see a couple highlights earlier in this game. A nice hit there, and then the shot and the eventual tussle that led us to where we are now. Now referees coming over to Coach Brian Graham to discuss and explain what the penalties that will be awarded will be here.
Now, Eric Todd is out for this game, but I would expect the ACHA to come in later and maybe suspend him for a little more, because that hit by him was just unnecessary in all facets of the game. I'm sure the referee's having a lengthy conversation about it.
ACHA knows notoriously strict on things like that. While we wait for action to resume here, we'll take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Icepack. Tonight's game, of course, against the Louisville there. And then next weekend, Friday night, they'll take on the Virginia Tech Hokies here at the Wake Competition Center. Beyond that, January 28th, UNC Wilmington, who they've faced off with once this season, I believe, at the Crown Coliseum in Fayetteville. We'll take on the ECU Pirates and West Virginia Mountaineers in February. So still lots to look forward to, a lot more opportunities to add to their resume and qualify for nationals once more. So it actually looks like the Icepack are going to be on the power play here. I'm not exactly sure what the full penalty situation will be. We'll have to ask coaches about this after the game, but Hugo will fire a wrister here on the man advantage. Puck cleared all the way down to Toyer, who will leave it for Victor Hugo to start things back up. Riley Johnson carries it in. He'll stop. Do a little spinorama around Carl Drew. He gives to Zarek. Zarek drops it for Hugo. Across for Solomon. Top of the right circle. Solomon's wrister deflected. Zarek will give it back to Hugo. Return pass for Zarek. Back again for Hugo. His shot blocked by the stick of Ty Morgan. He'll turn around and clear that one out. Good defensive play by Ty Morgan there for the Cardinals.
Yeah, really good play there by Ty Morgan. Needed that one desperately. That penalty kill unit looked pretty tired out there on the ice, and they got a full line change.
Dangle by Johnson to get inside the Cardinal defenses. Zarek there to pick the puck back up. Solomon, saucer pass for Hugo. Hugo trying to find a lane, gives it back to the co-captain. Slapped away by Carl Drew and goes up into the mesh for a stoppage.
Really good puck movement by this Icepack power play unit so far. Just 47 seconds left in the power play. Take a look at the replay here. This puck movement I was talking about, here's a nifty move by Riley Johnson. Takes it around, does this little spinorama.
Face-off won by Louisville. Clearing attempt blocked by the skate of Alex Robinson. Philip Bailey inside for Miller. His deflection saved by Hale.
Yeah, the Icepack looking for a little tip in there by Miller. Able to elevate it off his stick, but Hale's not confused by that one, as it'll go right into his glove.
Scorers will summon the referee over. Get some clarification on something.
Serving the penalty for Louisville is going to be Gage Hauser, who I don't believe we've seen actually on the ice in either of the contests so far here at the Wake Competition Center. Face-off won by the Icepack on the power play. Robinson gives across to Alex James. James down low for Zach Robinson, already 1 goal tonight. Robinson back for James. Gives to Alex Robinson. Here's Philip Bailey. He tries to rip a wrist shot. Can't get it past Piatti. And he clears. Good positional defense by Brett Piatti. So final 5 seconds ticking off the power play for the Icepack. Things will go back to 5-on-5. Even strength play here for the final 3 minutes, assuming nothing changes. A little spill there for Philip Bailey. He gets up instantly. It's good. And the Icepack score. So Bailey took a tumble there. While the attention was maybe sort of away from the play.
Goal was good by Parker Zarek. Just ripped it from center. Nobody in front of him. Everybody was distracted by Philip Bailey taking a spill to the ice.
Personally, I'll have to take a look at the replay because I was distracted as well. You see Bailey takes a spill there. Gets over to Zarek. He just kind of skates in below the circle and rips that one over the shoulder of Hale. Fantastic wrist shot.
You would have to wonder if Louisville was kind of distracted there by Philip Bailey being up against the wall, because they just seemed to lose that one as well.
So Icepack double their lead here in the first period. 2-0 now. Parker Zarek's 14th goal of the season. Puck dumped in cross corner by the Icepack. Immediately cleared out by Louisville and sent the length of the ice for icing.
I guess you could give Philip Bailey a little bit of an unofficial assist there for distracting.
In possession of the puck there, so he may be credited with an assist on this one. Yeah, it doesn't look like another player possesses the puck in between Bailey's fall and Zarek's shot, so I like to think he will be credited with an assist on that one.
And if he does, that would be his first point of the season, first point of his career since he's a freshman. So congratulations, Philip Bailey. I know that one hurt, but you got your first point.
We'll see if they officially score him an assist there. Pass attempt for Costa goes a little bit too far wide. The Icepack send it back in. Sellinger actually tried to flip a backhand pass backwards behind his own net and flipped it up into the netting, so should be an offensive zone draw for NC State.
We have just over 2 minutes left in this period. And if I'm Coach Healy, I'm really satisfied with what my team has done over the last 18 minutes. Shots on goal, 12-3 in the Icepack's favor. You can't really ask for anything more than that from your team starting out with a 2-0 lead.
Backhand flip ahead by Alex Fong. Emery Oliver will go to retrieve it. Cowan and Fong go back and forth. Fong brings it into the slot, tries to fire a shot, deflects into the glove of Kevin Hale. See here Fong playing with Oliver and Bailey, and they're going to have to shuffle up the lines a little bit now that Eric Todd is out of the game.
Yeah, definitely, and that was a sneaky little shot by Fong there. Seemed to have a screen in front of the net, but good save again by Hale.
Oliver up against Parker G on the face-off dot. Oliver wins the face-off. Frosch tries to throw a shot on, goes wide. Bailey giving it back in for Oliver. Oliver takes a push from G. Ferrone on the right side. Tries to settle it. Puck keeps bouncing around. Oliver will poke it back for Ferrone at the point. Sent in for Bailey behind the net. He stops and gives it for Oliver. Puck battle now behind the Louisville net, won by the Cardinals. Parker G looking up ice. Will dump it in from the red line, cross corner. Zaritsky giving chase. Behind the net, Burkhart is met by 2 Icepack defenders, and they clear it. This one's going to go all the way 200 feet. No icing. It slowed down. Looked like G was able to catch up to that one right before it reached the red line. Flip knocked down by the glove of Ferrone, and now here comes Arini with a little bit of space on the right side. Garrett Arini fires a shot into the chest pad of Hale, frozen once again.
Oh, Matt Miller there was a man on a mission. Went around 3 Louisville defenders there. I don't think Arini saw him for the pass, but he had some fire coming out from under his skates. Let's take a look at the replay here. He's center screen.
Yeah, great move by Miller to drive to the middle of the slot. Maybe looking to get a rebound off the shot from Arene. He had it bounced off in the right way, but good rebound control by Kevin Hale to avoid any further danger after the initial shot. Here is Matt Miller again. He drops it for Victor Hugo. Hugo for Alex James, down low for Zach Robinson. Those two go back and forth. And here's Hugo at the point. Hugo was trying to hit Miller, sent it a little bit past him. Arene collects it. Gives it down low for Zach Robinson. 24 seconds to go in the first period. Top of the slot. Puck bounces over to Zach Robinson. He sends one just wide of the far post. He's still got it. Zach Robinson trying to make a move to the middle. Couldn't quite get around that third or fourth Louisville defender. Final 5 seconds. Just lightly flipped ahead by Hugo, and they'll salt the last couple of seconds off the clock here in the first. So after 20 minutes of action, the Icepack lead 2-0. Very stout defensively, not allowing nearly anything for Louisville on the offensive side. In the meantime, taking advantage of a couple of power plays, as well as just some good simple plays and great plays by their playmakers with these reshuffled lines, and that's how they've gotten up 2-0 here after the first period.
Yeah, I really like what this Icepack team has done so far. If you remember back way when this period started, the shots were tied 2-2, and since then, the Icepack went on a 12-1 run in terms of shots, so you really got to be satisfied with the way they finished out this period.
So not too much action for the freshman goaltender Isaac Torrey there in the first, stopping all 3 of the shots he faced, but lots of action otherwise, couple ejections, couple penalties called, couple big hits thrown, and that's where we are now, as you can see, 2-0 after the first here at the Wake Competition Center. Take a short break. When we come back, we'll have intermission coverage of the Icepack and the Cardinals. You're watching Icepack hockey here on PackTV.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library.
Don Diablo. Oh yeah, this is actually in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? It's Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour, and guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Welcome into intermission coverage of Icepack hockey here on PackTV. NC State with a 2-0 lead after 20 minutes here at the Wake Competition Center. Max Gorin and Joey Bianconi with you as always here on PackTV. Joey, a pretty one-sided affair there in the first period. As we can see, the shot differential after 20 minutes, 14-3 in favor of the Icepack. And those 3 shots for Louisville really not, pertaining to too much danger.
Yeah, and this is something we normally don't see from the Icepack team. going up early, dominating in the first period. We actually just talked about this in our broadcast yesterday, how they often have slow starts, specifically in the weight competition center throughout the first and second periods. Third period is when they usually kick it up, but this first period looked like one of their third periods so far tonight.
Yeah, just a dominant showing all around, good denial in the neutral zone. Not really letting anything get to their freshman goaltender, Isaac Toyer. So luckily, he's probably feeling still pretty confident after 20 minutes of play here against Louisville. And it seemed like the Cardinals really weren't able to get much of anything started, and that whole tussle ended up with them on the penalty kill. That certainly couldn't have helped them here on the road.
Yeah, definitely a different team than what we saw yesterday. I know I said pregame to expect them to come out with a little more intensity, but so far this Louisville team really hasn't shown much life. Only 3 shots on goal through 1 period. They're going to need to up the intensity a little bit going into the second period to even have a chance to come back in this game, because the shot differential is just so off for them right now.
And for NC State, 2 goals, one from Zach Robinson, his 3rd straight game with a goal, and then an absolute howitzer from Parker Zarek over the short side shoulder of Kevin Hale on a bit of a strange play where, Philip Bailey took a little bit of a spill, but I believe he'll be credited with an assist on that one, so it should be a good, memorable first point for the freshman. We'll talk to one of the goal scorers, Parker Zarek, in just a moment here on PackTV. When we come back, we'll hit you with that interview as well as some more highlights and intermission coverage. You're watching Icepack Hockey on PackTV.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing.
Back here on PackTV, where I'm being joined by Parker Zarek, club president and goal scorer in this game for the Icepack, where they lead 2-0. Parker, on that goal, your teammate Philip Bailey, he takes it into the zone, takes a little bit of a spill, puck ends up on your stick, and you're able to find the top corner. How'd that sort of develop, and do you know if he was credited with an assist on that play?
I don't know if he got one, but he definitely deserved one. I think he took a lot of distraction on that, opened it up, and gave me a goal. I needed a goal, so I definitely gave him props in the locker room after we got back. So.
As the club president, I'm sure you're interested in growing this program, much like Coach Healy has mentioned. You guys want to build this into something special. And just over the last couple of years, what has it meant to see you guys build these great records, win all these ACCHL titles, and you just be able to welcome all these strong opponents into this building?
It's awesome. I never imagined this when I came as a freshman, and what we've been able to accomplish so far has been great. And I think this is only the beginning for the Icepack, so I'm really excited to see where it goes from here.
You were reunited with a couple of your line mates from last season, Chris Solomon and Riley Johnson. Do you guys have a sort of special chemistry that allows you guys to succeed and make plays out there?
Yeah, it's always fun to play with those guys. We seem like we always know where we're at on the ice and can always find each other pretty well. So, we'd love to play with them, keep seeing what happens, but yeah.
Really strong performance from your team so far, up 2-0, dominating on the shot counter and just about every other metric so far in this one. What's going to be the key to continuing that throughout the rest of the game?
Just keep the foot on the gas. I think we're playing great so far, so just, we got to play 60 minutes of hockey every night, so finish out these next 2 periods and we should be all right.
All right. Thanks, Parker.
Thank you.
Parker Zarek, goal scorer in this one. Icepack leading 2-0 over Louisville. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll have some highlights and more intermission analysis. You're watching Icepack Hockey here on PackTV.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library.
Don Diablo. Oh yeah, this is actually like in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? It's Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
Two to nothing, NC State is the score here at the Weight Competition Center after 20 minutes of action, and waiting for the Zamboni to take this rink, as you know they got two rinks here at the WCC, and they're a little busy resurfacing the black rink, so the red rink will have to wait a second. But in the meantime, we'll show you the highlights from the first period of action between the Cards and the Pack. We saw the reuniting of an old first line here for Tim Healy's team, Chris Solomon, Parker Zarek, and Riley Johnson. They were able to generate a couple good offensive opportunities in this one, but you know, as we'll see here in a second, the first goal scorer of the game was actually Zach Robinson, who has been on quite the tear lately for NC State.
Yeah, he scored goals, and now three games in a row for him, so he's really on an offensive tear. He had another couple shots that went on goal, but yeah, if you coach Tim Healy, you just gotta love how Zach Robinson's been playing recently, just on a tear and cannot be stopped.
And you see the goal there, you know, initial shot hits the chest pad of Matt Miller and bounces out into a spot where they have a really good offensive opportunity, and eventually Zach Robinson able to take care of that one. Then we saw, you know, Philip Bailey there with an offensive chance. Still looking for his first goal with the Icepack, trying to get those yellow laces off and replace them with white ones, signifying that he has scored for the team.
Yeah, and he definitely paid for his would-be first assist if they account it. He took quite a lick against that wall, but it was very worth it for him.
And we'll definitely be asking the coaches to see if he'll get the credit for that, because he certainly paid the price. And to me, it looked like it was an assist, but we'll have to see if the official scores agree. There's a little bit of physicality in this game, and we'll see that in these next couple of highlights right here. You know, leveling it on Miles Ferrone. And then later on, the impact play, you could possibly say here from the first period, a mix-up here in the corner of Ricky Frosch, a lot of physicality, would end up in the ejection of Eric Todd and Dylan Dinzik. But as a result of that, the Icepack went on the power play, and though I don't believe they scored on it, they were able to sort of ride that momentum throughout the remainder of the period and eventually add their second goal. But Louisville, they really need to work on that discipline if they want to be able to come into an environment like this and at least come away with a win or compete. Because as it currently stands, you know, being dominated in nearly every metric of the game, including the scoreboard, they've got to change something if they want to bring themselves back into this one.
Yeah, and you know, looking at that hit for what it is, you would think that NC State would be on the penalty kill for that one, because Eric Todd just came out of nowhere and hit him, but apparently the officials saw something that Louisville did that they didn't like, and somehow the NC State Icepack ended up on the power play and worked pretty well for them.
This was a play we pointed out earlier where, you know, Garrett Arini had a little bit of space, but we noticed off the puck Matt Miller making a nice move to get himself some separation, and nothing would come from that. And then our final highlight here from the first period, a nice save by the Cards goaltender Kevin Hale. You know, he's played a pretty sharp game, already faced 14 shots. He's saved 12 of them. Again, another opponent we've seen come into here to the WCC with a very strong goaltending performance.
Yeah, lots of good goaltenders that come through this building. You know, we had Walsh last night who gave an incredible performance. We have Hale tonight, both on the same team, you know, helping each other out, coaching each other out. So you can definitely tell, strong goaltending unit from the Louisville Cardinals.
And taking a look at the statistics, just the only thing that NC State could possibly really improve on is the faceoff. So we saw a little bit of that last night. Louisville with an advantage on the dot early, but you know, clearly not bothering the Icepack as they lead 2-0 here after 20 minutes. So we still are waiting for a little ice resurfacing here on the red rink. So we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have more intermission coverage and get you prepped for the second period here in Morrisville. You're watching Icepack Hockey on PackTV.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library.
Don Diablo. Oh yeah, this is actually like in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile. At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library.
Don Diablo. Oh yeah, this is actually like in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
Back inside the weight competition center where we're waiting for a little delay here for the ice to be resurfaced. Finally, the ZAM has reached the red rink, so second period action is imminent here at the WCC between the Pack and the Cards. We'll take a look at the upcoming schedule once again for the Icepack. Tonight's game, as you can see, against Louisville. Then next weekend they'll have Virginia Tech here. Then they'll take on UNC Wilmington on January 28th. East Carolina on February 4th, and West Virginia on February 11th. We'll be able to watch many of these games on PackTV and live on WRAL Sports Plus as well. Robinson being hounded by Cam Costa. Puck is pinned to the board, so it will come away. It gets to Solomon. One-timer in the slot off the post.
Thiago Ramirez. Eventually they will dig it out and get it back to Victor Hugo. Hugo will lose an edge but maintain control. One-time pass by Solomon. Leave it for Victor Hugo to start things back up. Riley Johnson carries it in. He'll stop. Go back to 5-on-5. Even strength play here for the final 3 minutes, assuming nothing changes. A little spill there for knocked down by the glove of Ferrone, and now here comes Arini with a little bit of space on the right side. Garrett Arini fires a shot into the chest pad of Hale. Arini collects it, gives it down low for Zach Robinson. 24 seconds to go in the first period. Top of the slot. Puck bounces over to Zach Robinson.
So the highlights from tonight's action. And while we wait for the ice delay here at the Weight Competition Center, we can take another look at last night's Game in 5. Welcome to Icepack pregame here on PackTV. We're happy to welcome you in once again. Tonight, the Icepack will be taking on visitors from Louisville, Kentucky, the Louisville Cardinals. Max Gorin and Joey Bianconi with you as always here on PackTV.
Defense. So the official drops the puck and we are underway here. Cardinals and Icepack quickly dumped into the Louisville zone where be intercepted by Todd. Shot by Monteith, can't get through. Todd gives it back out in front for Monteith. It's loose in the crease, and they score! Eric Todd cleans up the loose change at the side of the crease, and the Icepack get the fast start they were looking for. They lead 1-0.
Yeah, that's really what they needed to start off this game. Eric Todd just in the right place at the right time in front of the net there. Just Cameron Walsh couldn't make the cover on the loose puck, and Eric Todd will get an easy slipping goal. As we take a look, just bodies in front of the net everywhere, just not able to secure that loose puck, and it goes, squirts out right to Todd. And
Hugo Solomon, quick one-touch pass in the middle. Johnson has it, and he scores! Riley Johnson, left all alone in the slot, fired it top right corner, and the Icepack extend their lead to 2.
That was just a beautiful play overall. You got Solomon that received the puck originally off a really, really hard pass, manages to pass it cross ice for Zarek, and Zarek left it for Johnson. Johnson able to put it home. That's how you get good goalies like this out of their rhythm, like Cameron Walsh here. Just all the passes, not able to keep up with it, and Riley Johnson will put it top shelf over the shoulder.
But Malaya is there to help recover. Puck up in the air in front of the net. It pinballs, and they score! Right onto the stick of Zach Burkhart, and he buries it to make this one a 2-1 hockey game.
Well, you had Oliver in front of the net there, and it looked like he tried to take a swing at that puck midair, just missed it, and Zach Burkhart just there when it hits off the ground, doesn't really bounce much, and he just gets the nice easy goal. Eric Daniel not really expecting it. I'm sorry, that's not Walsh, it's not Emery, Oliver.
To Breshingham, his one-timer, he shanked it and they score. The one-timer attempt by Breshingham didn't make great contact, but deflected off a friendly skate. And the officials will discuss. I don't think there was much of a kicking motion there.
I don't believe there was. I think he just missed the puck mostly. It just kind of skirted. I believe that Cameron Walsh expected a more powerful shot here. As you see, a great lead pass there by Oliver, and just Breshingham just kind of missed the puck. And you know, Cameron Walsh just really wasn't expecting that puck.
Oliver drops it off for Fong. Fong playing it in front. They tip it and score! Drew Bressingham able to get a stick on that one and sneak it by the pad of Cameron Walsh. And now it's 4-1 Icepack.
Bressingham finally got his goal, but that was another really slow one that I believe Cameron Walsh wasn't really expecting. You take a look here, you have Emery Oliver dropping it off. And
not sure if that was on purpose by the Icepack, but a nice play nonetheless. In the middle, they're still hacking away at it. Robinson's got his backhander, scores! Zach Robinson pops the water bottle with the backhander. NC State extends their lead.
Wow, that was just a beautiful goal by Zach Robinson there. Able to elevate that puck. I've been talking about that most of the game. That's why most of these shots haven't been able to get past Cameron Walsh, but finally the backhander gets over. You see Zach Robinson over here just kind of sticking with it for a little while through the mess, the jumbled bodies, and able to elevate it over Cameron Walsh, and he's beating himself up over that one.
Another great performance by the #1 goaltender for the Icepack. So they'll just let the last few seconds tick off the clock here. So the final score, NC State 5 and Louisville 1. These teams will be back at it tomorrow night here on PackTV, though, and Louisville will look to respond. But an all-around solid game for NC State. 5 different goal scorers tonight, able to slowly build their lead over the course of 3 periods and win this one 5-1.
That'll do it for us here on PackTV. For producer Sullivan Strong, for commentator Max Gorin, I'm Joey Bianconi, bringing you into the Pack.
Go Pack.
The ice is nearly fully resurfaced now on the red rink here at WCC, so this delay almost coming to an end after, I'd say, just about 20 minutes or so here. So we'll get you that second period action here in just, looks like it'll be about 4 minutes until they drop the puck between Louisville and NC State for the second period. For fans of local sports here in Raleigh, the Carolina Hurricanes played earlier this afternoon at NASCAR Day at PNC Arena. Ended up winning 4-1 over the Vancouver Canucks. Marty Necas scored a goal. It was his birthday, so congratulations to him, of course. Andrei Sochikov had a couple of assists as well, improving his All-Star game candidacy. And NC State basketball, unfortunately, fell on the road at Cameron Indoor Stadium to Duke, which it has happened a few times for them. Not necessarily their favorite venue to play at, but it wasn't too bad of a game for those who were able to tune in. They got a couple great players there on that NC State team, and maybe we'll get a couple good games here for the rest of the season.
Yeah, excited for the NC State basketball season as always. They've had a slow start to the season, you could say, with Manny Bates being injured and everything. But this is just one of those seasons where you just got to get through it. Next year they're getting that 5-star recruit that everybody's been talking about, so they'll get better as time goes on.
Teams taking to the ice now, so we'll take a short break, and when we come back, puck drop for the second period, watching Icepack hockey on PackTV.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
Teams have the ice here for the second period of action, and the puck is dropped and we are off after a lengthy first intermission. Riley Johnson looking to get things started here in the second period. His try is swatted away by the Louisville defenses. Piatti picks it up, tries to flick it on ahead. He's hounded by Zarek. Zarek scored the second goal for the Icepack in the first period. Riley Johnson brings it in now. Tries to throw it out in front for a teammate. The deflection goes just wide on the Solomon shot. Thiago Ramirez looking for the outlet pass. It's taken away. Victor Hugo fires a slap shot off Ramirez. It's loose out in front. Zarek tries to pounce on it, and looks like it got caught in the equipment of somebody. There was a stoppage for whatever reason. That's super clear from down on this end where we have our little commentary window.
Good shot by Parker Zarek. But yeah, it just looks like the puck gets stuck somewhere there. Not quite sure, but I'm going to talk about Louisville here for a little bit because they had a very, very slow first period. And, you know, they had the forecheck working so well yesterday's game, especially in the first and second periods. They really need to get back to that in order to try to get back into this game.
Oh, and they nearly do. Toe save on one end by Hale leads to an opportunity on the other end, but looked like it snuck through the 5-hole of Toyer, but ended up going wide. So a good chance for the Cardinals, but nothing comes of it. Here comes Zarek. He flicks one on and scores! What a play by Parker Zarek. Almost sneaks up on Hale there. Wasn't expecting it, and he flips it over the shoulder for his second goal of the night.
Yeah, just a beautifully placed shot there by Parker Zarek. We were just talking about him. He had the other shot on goal in this period. Just a beautiful little backhand, does it all by himself, takes it up the right side of the circle. We'll take a look at the replay here, coming through the neutral zone. Just does it all by himself. The one-man wrecking crew goes right over the glove side of Hale. What a beautifully placed shot. Now it's a 3-0 hockey game. Makes it harder for Louisville to come back in this one.
NC State Club of Hockey's president there cashing in for his second goal of the night, his 15th of the season. Schraders takes it in now for Louisville after chasing down the dump in, but he turns it over. Zach Robinson playing it ahead for Matt Miller. There, up for Ferrone. Now Robinson carrying it in across the blue line. Robinson's shot off the glove of Hale and goes into the corner. NC State trying to pick it back up. It just kind of leaks into the middle where Schraders will pick it back up and flick it in. Cecilise and Ferrone collide. Played around. Cecilise will pick it up after it just looked like he was trying to get a change, but he turned around and sent it in deep before heading to the bench. Down the length of the ice to Hale, and he'll stop it and play it along for Gage Hauser. Looks like this might be his first action on the ice. We've seen him in these couple of games. Puck still loose out in front, chopped away. Hauser chips it and chases, but they lose the race. Icepack reclaim it. Robinson tries to flick it ahead for his childhood friend Matt Miller, and his stick is lifted out of his hands and about 20 or 30 feet away. Back deep inside the NC State zone, maybe a miscue there. Turnover, Louisville picks it up, tries to throw it out in front. Piatti's got it now, he flicks it out in front, it's still loose. Banged at by Matson, but he can't find it, and Philip Bailey will take it, flip it out of the zone for the Icepack. Good hit laid there by Piatti on Alex Fong. Piatti taking it in, handing it off for Burkhart. Burkhart trying to keep that one on the backhand, but can't. Fong tries to knock that one with a blind glove, and he does grab it. Fong throwing it out in front for a teammate. Just poked wide. Louisville playing it ahead. Just escaping the zone. Could have an opportunity here. Is Parker G. G shot off the shin pad of Jackson Cowan. He flips another one on off the outside of the cage. G converged upon by Oliver and Cowan. He's got some support from his teammate Michael Holmes. Eventually they will leave G to play it. Risky fires a shot on, just wide of the net. Played along for Philip Bailey. Fong's got it. Oliver through the middle. Dangles through the legs of a defender. Bailey's got it. He flips a backhand on it. Still loose out in front. Almost unable to corral the rebound was Kevin Hale, but he pounces on that one for stoppage.
Icepack really like their backhanders today. That was another one there by Philip Bailey. Just not able to get the height on that one. But I like to point out another player on the other side of the ice, Jackson Cowan, making some exceptional defensive plays. Saved Isaac Toyer there for a shot that looked like it was going to go in and took another one right to the shin. So good job on defense, Jackson Cowan.
Official having a word with the wingers there before dropping the puck. Icepack win the draw. Sent into the corner, thrown out in front. Quick pass is still loose. Maybe we're not expecting it there, and here come the Cards. Ty Morgan tries to fire a shot around Victor Hugo, but Hugo gets a stick on it. Costa's got it behind the net now, throwing it out in front, looking for Carl. Kept in by the skate of Zaritsky, but not for long. Flicked out of the zone by James. Schaefer for Matt Miller. He turns it over. Thought he had a teammate coming through the middle and said it was an opponent. It's now in their own end. The Cards looking to get anything going. They've really struggled to get much of anything so far in this one. Icepack defense just denying them in the neutral zone and at the blue line almost all night. Just 5 shots on goal for Louisville after 25 minutes of action. Ty Morgan. That one seemed pretty clearly offsides to me, but referee weighs it off. And now Solomon with a poke check. He'll have a breakaway. The captain, Chris Solomon, coming in on goal. He deeks, he shoots, and fires it off the crossbar. The move had beaten Kevin Hale, but Solomon rings iron for the second time tonight. Alex James, his slap shot blocked. Costa waiting. Will fire it in from the red line on Toyer. He'll stop that one with ease. That'll register as the 6th shot of the night for Louisville. A little deke attempt by Zarek. He picks it up again, gives it off to Riley Johnson. Johnson flicking it cross ice, looking to return to Zarek. Johnson's spin around shot, a high one, but shouldered down by Hale. Behind the net, Solomon's got it. He feeds it out in front. Had a couple teammates there. Ferrone fires one now, deflected and underneath the padding of Kevin Hale. We'll take a look at the replay here of that Chris Solomon breakaway opportunity. Just a good play at his own blue line to get the good poke check there, and had nobody in front of him, but rang that one off the iron.
I really like what Solomon did there. And this top line of Solomon, Zarek, and Johnson, they're putting in some work right now. But all 3 of them had some shot opportunities. You saw off the rebound on Solomon's shot on that replay that Zarek had another opportunity to score, just whiffed on the shot, and then Riley Johnson put another good quality shot on net.
Poke by Louisville gets it out of their own zone. NC State will re-enter quickly. Robinson on the left side, his shot deflected. It's still loose, and looked like he was about to bury the rebound, but somehow it stays out. They're still scrambling. They can't find it. The referee blows it dead. He lost sight of the puck. Not sure how Zach Robinson wasn't able to tuck that one in on the left side. Maybe we'll get a better look at it here on the replay.
Yeah, it looks like the puck sneaked behind Kevin Hale there, and Robinson just missed the puck. I believe he was trying to hit it. He definitely was trying to hit it in, and just missed it on the stick, and referee loses sight of the puck and they'll force it to blow it dead, even though it did squirt out there at the end.
And to me, it looks like Robinson, he had it sort of behind the post there and was trying to wrap it around, but good reaction with the blocker by Hale to deny him there. And not to make too many comparisons to the Hurricanes game from earlier today, but Marty Natchez had a kind of a similar chance earlier, but was unable to put it in an empty net on a nice pass from Andrei Svechnikov.
Yeah, and you know, even those types of opportunities.
Oh, a nice tic-tac-toe play and the Icepack score. Robinson and Miller connect with, looks to be Garrett Arini. Tim Healy was saying he had deserved a goal last night, and finally he cashes in tonight, making this one 4-0.
Before Arini put that one in, I was gonna say, you have opportunities like that, it just generates some momentum there for your offense, and obviously right here, Arini able to bury it just over the stick side of Hale there, and now the Icepack go up 4-0, and you just got to wonder if the confidence of the Louisville Cardinals, especially in the second game here where they've already lost the first one and they're down 4-0 about midway through this period, if it's still there or not.
Certainly can be tough in this environment, playing a team of this caliber to keep your head up, but they'll try to do so and finish this one strong. It's just a great play by Matt Miller. Could have taken the shot, had some room there in the slot, but a very smart pass there. Had a wide open Garrett Arini, who will bang that one in for his 6th goal of the season. Philip Bailey now rips a wrister from the right side off the shoulder of Hale. Alex Robinson's got it. He'll flip it in from the left point, goes behind the net. Rebound attempt off the outside of the net. Don Johnson's try. Finds the tape of Piatti. He flips it ahead, and now Louisville will go for change. Indirect pass finds a Louisville stick. Thiago Ramirez will send it in. Alex Robinson off the boards for Fong. Alex Fong dangles it through the legs of Matson. Fong in the corner tries to make the same move around Zaritsky, but Zaritsky learns from his teammate's mistake and takes it away. Kicked ahead by Holt Schwarm. Some of the first action we've seen for him as well in this series. Schwarm and Hauser out there together. Good aggressive forecheck for Louisville, not allowing NC State to get out with ease. Again, keeping it deep in the Icepack zone.
And this is the type of play that we've expected to see from Louisville in this whole game, and they're now just getting to it with those two. The forecheck so dominant yesterday on the forecheck and just not able to get the same results today.
Bailey makes a nice move there, but Hale able to save that one. Bailey really trying to get those skate laces off and find his first goal with the Icepack in his 4th game.
Definitely seen in those 4 games some really good opportunities for Philip Bailey to get that first goal. Just luck doesn't go his way sometimes, and you know, maybe he still has the assist. We'll still have to wait till the end of the game to figure that one out, but at least he has something, hopefully.
Looks like a timeout has been called by Brian Graham's team, trying to get everything in order and find themselves back on the right track.
And I think that's a really good timeout at this point in the game. You know, you're down 4-0, nothing's going your way. Shots are 24-7 in favor of the Icepack. You need to take a timeout, kind of talk to your team a little bit, get them back into this game, trying to draw up some plays, maybe get the offense going a little bit more.
Another look at that Parker Zarek goal earlier in this period. Just a good individual effort there to find himself with all that space on the right side. It's not like Louisville has had no opportunities to score. You see a shot there. They were looking for a deflection out in front. But you know, largely they have been unable to enter the Icepack zone and maintain possession for a significant amount of time. They've had a power play or two, but they just really haven't been able to do much with them. Off the draw, just able to poke it out of the zone past Alex James. Ty Morgan flips it ahead right to Victor Hugo, who will take it and spin off Dalton Carl. James with a nice drag to get it away from Cam Coster. Here comes Costantino. Nick Costantino drops it back for Avery Schaefer. Back for Costantino. Comes down the right side. Oliver picks it up. Puts it over for Alex James. His wrister's blocked. Knocked down by Costantino. He's hacking at the rebound. He'll take it around the net. He'll turn around and throw it back around. Morgan chipping it out.
A huge hit there by Riley Johnson along excuse me, that's not Riley Johnson, I believe. That is Nick Costantino. I apologize, Costantino. That was an incredible hit along the boards there.
Costa with the takeaway. Louisville will be offsides if they touch the puck here. Costa getting tied up with Alex James. Some sort of penalty will certainly be called here. Yep, they are sending both of them to the penalty box, James and Costa.
Seemed like both of them were hitting everything but the puck right there. The puck was under them the entire time, and they chose to go at each other instead. Both of them will pay the price for it.
Cam Costa, the leading scorer for the Cardinals, pleading his case, but unsuccessfully so. So he is sent to the sin bin. We'll see. They will play this one 4-on-4. something that one would think may benefit the Icepack with the amount of speed and skill they have showcased so far. Face-off won by the Pack, but taken away by Louisville. Burkhart flips the backhander on, but easily into the glove of Isaac Toyer.
You know, Tim Healy, on this 4-on-4, you know there's going to be higher intensity, higher speed on this, and he puts in two of his fastest skaters, Riley Johnson and Parker Zarek, to start this one out. So you know he wants to see some speed going and putting some pressure on Louisville in their defensive zone.
Johnson tries to kick it forward. It's taken away, but the Icepack take it back immediately. Johnson flipping it up for Ferrone. Pinched in, trying to generate some offense, but couldn't find that one out in front. Now Louisville with some speed. Zach Burkhart, he'll stop, look for an opportunity. Threads it out in front to no avail. Johnson again, just some quick strides coming through the neutral zone. Dangles around the defender, throws a backhander on. Either hit the outside of the net or was an easy save for Kevin Hale. Cardinals now trying to take their turn in these quick back and forth rushes. They'll just dump it in. Go for a change. Some fresh legs out here with all that space. Icepack have gotten a couple fresh bodies as well. Chris Solomon out there now. Played ahead by Cal, and he takes a little bit of a hit. Long pass for Dalton Carl. He'll take it in. He's got Ty Morgan with him. His shot takes a hot bounce off the top of the glass behind the net and will go into the netting for a stoppage.
I was talking about that fast play of the Icepack. Really showed there, but good pressure here by Louisville. It's been kind of 50-50 split both ways on this 4-on-4, and you know that's trending in the right direction for them after pretty much being pinned in their own zone all of last period and most of this period.
Off the draw, they try to fire a quick shot, but it's blocked and out into the neutral zone. Ramirez there to recover. He'll send it back in the correct direction, but Robinson takes it away for the Icepack. Cross ice. Wrister by Bailey. Good glove save by Hale. Bailey still unable to find the back of the net yet, but he has had more than enough opportunities.
Credit Solomon on that pass there. Like I was talking about him earlier, how patient he is. Waited, he saw Philip Bailey cross the ice and gave him a really nice pass in order for him to go and try to get his first goal, but comes up short yet again.
Cosentino now on the dot for NC State. They tie it up, and Louisville comes away with the puck. Looking to break it out here in this 4-on-4 for another 19 seconds. Sidestepping hit Cecilise. Trying to locate the puck, Zaritsky, and now a shot from the slot by Parker G goes wide of the net. One of the more unencumbered chances Louisville has had so far in this game. Both defending players are released from the box. We are back to 5-on-5. Alex Robinson plays a long pass ahead for Costantino. Costantino along the left side. His shot. Bad save by Hale. Goritsky tries to hand it off for Cecilise. But Fong is forechecking for the Pack. Flipped up but kept in by Cowan. In for Zach Robinson. His shot is deflected away. Puck does just escape the Louisville zone, and Schrader's after it with a vengeance, and he takes it away. Schrader's a little bit of room there in the corner. He whiffs on the pass. NC State will avoid having to save any kind of shot there and take it up themselves. Matt Miller trying to feed it to Zach Robinson. Louisville defenses are on that one. So back into the NC State zone. Johnson tries to throw it ahead. Hauser can't settle it. Shot from just inside the blue line by Matson, and an easy glove save for Isaac Toyer.
Yeah, for the limited amount of action that Toyer's seen tonight, he's held up pretty well, saving 9 shots on goal right now. I believe that will go up to 10. I believe that was the 10th one. But yeah, he's looked pretty solid so far, not having to see much work. His defense certainly helping him out in this one.
And he hasn't looked shaken or, he's looked pretty confident in there, I would say. It doesn't look like he's had to expel too much effort, but He has not had to face too many difficult shots so far thanks to his defense. Icepack struggling to clear their lines though. Hugo behind the net takes a hit from Michael Holmes. Finally cleared by the Icepack. Arini chasing after it. Arini will win the foot race to negate the icing, but can't pick up the puck. Sent along by the Cards. They'll break it out. In the neutral zone, Zach Burkhart flips it in on the backhand. Icepack able to take that one away. Relative ease. Flip it ahead, and here's Zach Robinson just over the blue line. Robinson now, he fires a wrister save by Hale. Zach Robinson just generating a ton of offense lately for the Icepack. Here's Cam Costa, Louisville's leading scorer. He's in one-on-one with Hugo. Rebound opportunity flipped into the pads of Isaac Toyer.
Wow, well, Hugo just made one of the plays of the night for me. Check this out. On this shot right here, he kicks this puck away, putting it out of harm's way, and the shot does go on a Toyer, but it goes on Toyer to where he can make an easy save. Don Johnson kicked that out of harm's way. Excuse me, not Don Johnson. Victor Hugo kicked that out of harm's way. What a play by him.
Ricky Frosch shaking off a defender, protecting the puck on the backhand. He throws it ahead for Riley Johnson. Johnson tries a toe drag to get around Piatti, but is unsuccessful. Icepack recollect the puck. Chris Solomon waits and surveys his options, throws it back in for Zarek. Zarek battling. He loses out. Ty Morgan flipping it ahead, but Frosch whips it back in. Piatti trying to clear it out. Icepack take it away. Johnson now. He can't get around two Cardinal defenders, but he takes it back. Flips it out across. One time for Solomon, sent wide. Chris Solomon just not able to find the back of the net tonight. And here comes Cam Costa for Louisville. Costa rips a wrister. Again, an easy glove save for Isaac Toyer.
If we were having a crossbar tournament, Solomon would definitely come away with the win in this one. Just unfortunate placement there, but yeah, Louisville has his chance here. Toyer stays composed in net again for his 11th save.
Just seemed to anticipate that one really well. Didn't have to move much at all and was just had the glove in the right position to make the save there. Long flip through the middle for Fong. He pokes it ahead, gets around his defender. Leaves it for Emery Oliver. Fong receives it back and says return to sender. Oliver just knocked off the puck. Gowan will play it back to him. Oliver with a little dangle around. This is Elise, but loses it. And there'll be a stoppage here. There'll be a penalty against Louisville's Parker Joyce. Interference is the call. So the Icepack go on the power play, looking to add insult to injury with a 4-0 lead here, 4:07 to go in the second period.
You know, this is something we talked about yesterday that Louisville just can't do against this Icepack team, and it's give them power plays. Louisville, like we said yesterday, has 100 penalty minutes more, according to the ACHA website, than the Icepack do. So they spend a lot more time in that box, and, you know, being down a player that doesn't really put you in a good position to score. As you see, wrister there from Solomon goes just high.
Solomon lurking, trying to get on the score sheet here. He's had a lot of chances tonight. Top of the right circle, he drops it off for Riley Johnson. Johnson gives it back to Hugo. Those two go back and forth, and good stick positioning by Zach Burkhart, able to knock that one just out of the zone. So Icepack regroup and re-enter the zone here on the man advantage. Arini turns it back behind the Cardinal net. There to support him is Zarek. Eventually flipped down 200 feet by Louisville. They'll change their penalty killers here. Flip ahead for Zarek. Zarek trying to shake off Costa. Throws it behind the net. Sent back the other direction, and again, back into the NC State end. Effective penalty killing so far on this one for Louisville. The one Chris Solomon chance at the beginning, unable to find the net. Philip Bailey carrying it over the blue line now. Philip Bailey defended well by Sellinger, but Bailey's got it again. He'll drop it back for Alex Robinson. Robinson with the spinorama, pass over to Alex James. Back for Robinson. Over to Bailey. Bailey trying to find that short side corner, but a glove save by Hale. Philip Bailey with a lot of shots tonight. Really looking to score his first for the Icepack. Alex Robinson's got it at the point now. Robinson over for James. Alex James' shot blocked by Sellinger. Penalty has expired. Miller behind the net, throws it in front. Looking for Zach Robinson. Lots of white jerseys surround him, and they take it away and clear it. Joyce fresh out of the box with an aggressive forecheck. Alex Robinson will carry it through the middle. He'll wait and assess his options. Backhand flip into the slot. Nobody there for NC State. Puck will just barely make its way out of the zone. So NC State will go for a change after the unsuccessful power play attempt. Minute and a half to go in the second frame of this one. Stick there by Miller, breaks up a long outlet pass. Schaefer playing it ahead. Sellinger will remove that one from his own zone. Miller kicks it ahead now. Matt Miller, he'll wait. Fire a shot looking short side. Another glove save by Hale. Icepack continuing to keep it in. Bailey will chase this one down. Send it around behind the Louisville net. Oliver tries to play it forward. Kicked ahead by Patrick Williams. Slap shot by Ferrone, can't quite get through. NC State really had it in this offensive half of the ice for a good minute or two now. Patrick Williams trying to clear it out desperately. He does so. Almost poked ahead for himself. Could have had a good chance there. Louisville finally with some time to regroup and settle things down in the final seconds of this period. Flipped ahead, chipped in by G. It'll go in on Toyer. He'll try to pass to a teammate. Just 5 seconds to go now. Long flip ahead for Solomon. Final 3 seconds. He'll bring it in. He'll fire a shot. Saved by Hale, and that will be it for the second period. So the Icepack add another pair of goals in this period to extend their lead to 4-0. And really, it's just been a pretty dominant performance for Tim Healy's squad so far in this one.
Yeah, especially that last 2 minutes there. Really good play in the neutral zone for the first half of that minute by the Icepack. You know, you saw a really aggressive forecheck by the Louisville Cardinals, and that's exactly how you outplay that forecheck. Pass it around a little bit, spread out that forecheck, and get behind the defense. Got a little bit of shots on goal before the end of that period, creating some more chances. Shots on goal, 28-11 in favor of the Icepack.
So a strong showing from one of the best offenses in the ACHA. The defense coming to back them up as well. All 11 shots by Louisville so far, stopped by the freshman goaltender Isaac Toyer, looking for his third victory of the season. 4-0 is the score here on PackTV. We'll take a short break. When we come back, intermission coverage and analysis, watching Icepack hockey on PackTV.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library.
Don Diablo. Oh yeah, this is actually like in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
Welcome back to Icepack Hockey here on PackTV. NC State leading 4-0 after 40 minutes of action here at the Wake Competition Center. Max Gordon and Joey Bianconi here with you as always on PackTV. NC State with a really dominant performance so far, Joey.
Yeah, NC State's looking really good, really good. One of the best performances we've seen out of them in this building. And, you know, I talked to Coach Healy post-game last night. He said this team had a B-plus performance about yesterday. I'd say they turned that B-plus into an A-plus today. Just outstanding play on the offensive side, the defensive side, the goaltending. Everything is going right for them in a 4-0 lead through 2 periods.
And, you know, just to speak to like how well they've played so far, you know, it's 4-0 on the scoreboard. It could easily be 6 or even 7. You know, we've seen a lot of great opportunities from Philip Bailey and Chris Solomon that just haven't found twine. But, you know, they have been lurking all game, really dangerous there in the Louisville zone, and they're looking to put a bow on this one in the third, just playing really well. And this is certainly that gear that you would hope that they could achieve. And, you know, looking forward, when they're able to get back somebody like Colby Peterson after he recovers from his injury, you know, they could really be a threat to make a deep run in the postseason this year.
Oh, yeah, agreed. I mean, they went to Nationals last year. They're expected to get back to Nationals this year, and Colby Peterson is a big key that's missing from this team right now. But we talked about the depth multiple times on this show. There's just so much depth on this team that losing a guy like Peterson can not even affect you that much. 4-0 shots raining down, you know. I think they had like 22 shots through 2 periods yesterday. They are currently sitting at 28. A lot better performance offensively for them today, a lot better defensive performance. They're not making too many miscues. We saw a lot of turnovers in the neutral zone yesterday, which that has seemed to be cleaned up. And overall, just a really good 2 periods of hockey for the Icepack.
A dominant performance so far in this one. We'll get some insight from the coaches here in just a moment. Take a short break, and when we come back, we'll speak with assistant coach Eric Mura. Don't go away.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online.
Back to intermission coverage of the Icepack here on PackTV. NC State with a 4-0 advantage over the Louisville Cardinals. Joining me now, equipment manager Jesse Tartan. Jesse, like, what would you consider your takeaways here from this performance? You know, a really strong, a really dominant showing so far. What are your main takeaways from this one?
Yeah, it seems like we're really dialed in tonight, playing our type of hockey, our brand of hockey, doing the little things right, really staying focused. I think last night we tried to get a little fancy in a couple of areas, and we've kind of dialed that back, started playing just simplified hockey.
What has been the environment in the locker room like surrounding this series and just going through this part of the season, you know, picking things back up for the second half?
Yeah, it's definitely always a struggle for the guys to come back second half. You get a lot of guys that, you know, some guys haven't been on the ice, or some guys have been away or traveling, haven't necessarily been here in the facility and had access to some of the resources. So it's always a bit of a struggle coming back second semester, but definitely seems like guys are focused and dialed in, you know, for the next couple weeks here.
You know, you mentioned some of those struggles of access and resources. You know, as we know, NC State is a club program, not school affiliated, so they do have to struggle to get some of those resources. Can you describe some of the challenges for a program like that and how you guys are able to overcome them and succeed at the best level that you can?
Yeah, I mean, given that we're a club program, a lot of it is self-driven. So a lot of the things we do are kind of driven by the team and by some of the players and myself and the coaches. And so we kind of have to get creative sometimes, especially when challenges arise. You know, we kind of got to think on our feet and address problems in any way, shape, or form we can.
All right. Thank you, Jesse.
Yep, appreciate it.
4-0 is the score here after 40 minutes at the WCC. We will take a short break. When we come back, we'll have some more intermission coverage and highlights. You're watching Icepack Hockey on PackTV.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library.
Don Diablo. Oh yeah, this is actually like in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
Back inside the weight competition center, where we'll see here in just a moment. The Zamboni actually is on the red rink. Start out the intermission, so hopefully won't be too much of a delay. There it is, resurfacing the red rink here at the weight competition center. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the second period of action. And it was an action-packed one early in the period. Parker Zarek breaking in down the right side. Just a beautiful shot to flip it over the shoulder of Kevin Hale and extend the Icepack lead to 3-0.
Yeah, just a beautiful shot there by Parker Zarek. Does it all by himself, brings it up the right side, just puts it over the glove side, short side of Hale for the first goal of the period.
It was high-flying action for much of the period, especially on the NC State offensive end. You know, great playmakers like Chris Solomon, you know, getting their opportunities. We see he had a little breakaway here and just rang it off the crossbar, his second time hitting the post tonight. Just trying to really pick those corners. And, you know, I guess the rule of thumb there typically is if you're generating a lot of chances like that, eventually it will go in. So no need to worry about Chris Solomon falling into much of a scoring slump. He is the team leader in goals and points, so not something necessarily on the radar. And then there was a beautiful tic-tac goal there on the Miller-Robinson line, you know, connection to a couple of childhood friends, and they sent it over to Garrett Arini to send it in for the goal there. A good play by Matt Miller to make that one happen. So again, physicality continuing into that period. A huge hit laid here by Nick Costantino. Things get a little bit of chippy here, though. You know, Costa and Alex James got tied up on this play. Both were sent to the penalty box. Luckily, nothing more would, you know, result from that chance. They played a little 4-on-4 after that, which did lead to a couple more exciting opportunities. There was one for Louisville, but speaking of Louisville's offensive opportunities, Isaac Toyer has been pretty impressive in net as a freshman tonight for the Icepack.
Yeah, Louisville's opportunities have been limited at best, to say the least, tonight. And you know, those 11 shots that Toyer's faced, you know, they've all been pretty good shots on goal, you know, having to make some pretty good saves, and he's holding well. He has the shutout through 2 periods, and I'm sure for his sake he's hoping to last it through another period.
You saw the Icepack, particularly at the end of the period, the last 2 minutes or so, just would not let Louisville escape their own end, had opportunity after opportunity down there, and weren't able to sneak another one past Kevin Hale. So the lead remains 4-0 in favor of NC State, but they're looking to add on and really put a bow on top of this 2-game set with the Cardinals here in the third period.
Yeah, this game has had plenty of opportunities to open up even more for the Icepack. They've had so many shots on goal that were just a little bit off, and you know, making some pretty good saves out in front of the net. Very well, like you said, could be a 5-0, 6-0 hockey game. And I'm sure coming out of the locker room now, we're actually watching the team walk down the stairs. They have on their minds, they definitely want to get this scoring up a little bit more going on into the third.
Lots of excitement and energy coming out of the locker room for the Icepack. You hear them yelling their way down the stairs, down to the rink here at the Wake Competition Center. Maybe looking to get some yellow skate laces off for Philip Bailey. You know, he's had a lot of scoring opportunities. I'm looking to see how much they will get him involved here in the third. 4-0 is the score. Icepack in the lead, trying to continue and finish off a dominant win here at home. Puck drop for the third period coming up next on PackTV.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the
puck drop here for the third period between Louisville and NC State. Icepack looking to finish strong here. Louisville just looking to get something out of this 2-game set and put a little bit of pressure on here in the second game. Johnson flips it up and ahead. Solomon's got it now. Solomon with Johnson. Backhand feed intercepted by Tiago Ramirez. Cleared away. It's back in their own zone. Icepack regrouping. Parker Zarek, 2 goals tonight. He sends it over to Riley Johnson. Johnson drags it to the middle for Solomon. He stops, makes a nice move, and I thought he scored there, but I guess the net comes off. It's no goal. Looked like he had dangled that one, you know, effectively around Kevin Hale and put it away on the forehand, but
yeah, that one was awfully close. I'm sure we'll have a replay coming up here pretty soon.
Yeah, Solomon saying he scored there. Yeah. He wants to be credited with the goal. I think he did finish that one off. They just kind of blew it dead for the net coming off, but I mean, yeah, he scores that one. He dekes it, makes a really nice move onto the forehand, falling down, and puts it in the net.
Yeah, so you just talked about last intermission how you shouldn't expect to see Solomon go in a scoring slump, and he definitely scored there. And
okay, Solomon is credited with the goal indeed. Makes the nice move falling down and buries that one, so does get on the score sheet.
Louisville bench obviously not happy about that one.
I think they are trying to plead the case that it was goaltender interference, but I think at best you could consider that incidental contact. He got kind of brought down and was scoring as he slid into the goaltender.
Also in ACHA hockey, there are no replays, so the ruling on the ice is most likely going to stay the ruling on the ice, just simply because not all the facilities will have replay capabilities.
Chris Solomon adds to his team-leading goal total, his 26th of the year. Intercepted here by Johnson in the offensive zone. Riley Johnson tries to take it around Patrick Williams. He drops it back to the point. Gets it back in for Johnson. Johnson picked off by Williams. Costa playing it along, can't clear. Hugo for Zarek. Zarek knocked away by Ty Morgan. Johnson tries to sidestep a defender. Backhand flip knocked down from Solomon, but he gets the puck back and carries it in the offensive zone. He dangles to the middle, fires another wrister just high. Another good individual effort by Chris Solomon to get a scoring opportunity. Matt Miller accidentally steps on the puck there, but maintains control, gets it over to Zach Robinson. Robinson making a move to the slot. He fires a shot, pad save by Hale. Miller after it again. Drops it back for James. Gives to Arini. James kept in at the left point all the way around. Drew and Robinson going at it. Robinson takes a body from Costa. Trickles into the slot where Louisville will play it ahead, just out of their own zone. James's backhander intercepted and cleared all the way behind the net of Isaac Toyer. Aggressive forecheck from Cisalis. High flip, cross ice, looking for Zach Robinson. He stops and sends it in. Avoids the hit from Cisalis. Puck is in front for Matt Miller. Miller got a little bit of space, carrying it back out towards the blue line. Drops it off for Cowan. Cowan swats it in for Arini. Arini, defenders all over him, gets it to Miller. Miller in the slot, got a little bit of room. He tries to fire a shot. Stick by Drew. Blocks that one from getting through, and now here comes Schraders. His soft backhand try, patted away with ease. Zaritsky. Defended well by Robinson, and now the Icepack are on a break. Here comes Fong. Fong on the outside. He'll stop, go to the backhand, draw two defenders with him. He's got three now. Lots of room for passes. Cowan's got it at the left point. Philip Bailey down there in the corner, still looking to get on the score sheet with his first goal. Brett Piatti with a little bit of room will take it up himself. Piatti will stop at the top of the circle. To throw it on the brakes. Tried a little cross-ice pass, but was intercepted. Jackson Cowan across the blue line. Oliver throws one on net. Bailey looking for the deflection there, but couldn't get it in the right direction. Bailey lays a big hit now. And he's met by Holmes. Both teams trying to find the puck. Oliver eventually does. Dangles around defender nicely, throws it up in the air. Schaefer throws a backhander on into the glove of Hale, and he was displeased with the net front presence of Bailey. Threw a little shove on him, but no more extracurriculars will result from that.
Well, the Icepacks certainly aren't backing down here with 16 minutes left in the third. They definitely want to score some more. You see a big hit there laid across the boards. Louisville not too happy at the end of that play there. A little bit of tripping up the goalie. Goalie gives a little push, but we'll play on. No penalty called.
Costantino against Parker G. Won by G, but Icepack there. A couple forechecking sticks to take it away. Nice dangle by Don Johnson. He throws it in for Avery Schaefer. He spins and throws a backhander on Hale, where it's patted away. Good kick by Costantino. He'll carry it in. Costantino fires a shot, saved by Hale.
A nice little move at the blue line there by Costantino to take the puck away, give himself an opportunity to score there. He's trying to go 5-hole on Hale. Hale closes the legs and covers up the puck. Pretty good save there.
Again, despite the scoreboard, you know, really not the worst performance from the Louisville goaltender. Nice move by Schaefer there. Can't finish. Delayed penalty against Louisville. High sticking appears to be the call. Actually, it's going against Avery Schaefer. High sticking. So he'll sit. Louisville with a power play, looking to find some positives in this final contest with NC State. Burkhart, G, Costa up front. Carl and Piatti on the back end of this first power play unit. Chopped ahead and covered by Toyer.
You know, this game may seem out of reach for Louisville at this point in the game, being down 5 goals, but scoring on the power play here will pretty much give them some momentum going into any future games they have, whichever game they have next here. You see shot up in the rafters.
Yeah, deflects up into the ceiling. We see that once or twice a game here at the Wake Competition Center. The ceiling's not really the highest. Puck's often deflecting off the rafters.
But you know the Icepack are going to want to keep their shutout going for their freshman goalie, Isaac Toyer. So they will do everything in their power to not let Louisville score here.
Marini can get a step here. He could be in nearly all alone, but couldn't quite get around that last defender for Louisville. Miller spin around out in front for Marini. His backhand try saved by Hale. Good reactions from the Cards goaltender again. Marini hounded by the Louisville defense and can't find himself with enough space to throw one on net there. Chipped ahead. Carl gives it down low. Taken away, but not yet clear. Miller and James hacking away at it. Costa's got it for Louisville now. It trickles out in front, but nobody there for the Cards, and Toyer able to cover that one up casually.
There's the replay there of Arini's little shot. He was left wide open in front of the net there. The Louisville defenders forgot he was there. He had a wide open look, just not able to lift it up over the pad.
Holmes wins the draw for Louisville, but the pass looking for Drew was a little wide. Zaritsky carrying it through center. Bailey had a good poke check there, but it looked like Louisville had held the zone, but the puck must have just escaped, so they'll be called offsides.
Yeah, this is just not looking like a very good power play here for Louisville. Already had a shorthanded goal opportunity for the Icepack, and then entering the zone offsides here. Just not a very good set of events there. A very good sequence for the Louisville Cardinals with only 49 seconds left on this power play, and it already gets cleared back into their own zone.
Effective would be an understatement to describe Icepack's play tonight, particularly on this penalty kill. Drew will cross the blue line, fire a wrister saved by Isaac Toyer. A great highlight for Toyer's freshman season, were he able to finish this one out. The 0 on the scoreboard for the Cards. Face-off won by Louisville. It's outside the circle, trying to throw a chance out in front, but Morgan couldn't get a stick on it. It's cleared once more by NC State. Zaritsky in his own end, just 10 seconds to go on this power play. Drop it off for Drew. Drew trying to outrace his opposite number, Costantino. Nice pad save there from Toyer. Rebound cleaned up. And nearly cleared, and it looks like the referees are going to be calling an elbowing penalty against Louisville. foul. Drew will sit. 2 minutes for an elbow. So now immediately after the conclusion of their own power play, Louisville will go on the penalty kill.
We've seen that already tonight once, and we saw it a couple times yesterday too, where Louisville would finally start to get some opportunity to score. They were just on a power play, and they kind of shoot themselves in the foot a little bit. And, you know, being down 5 goals at this point, you consider them mostly out of the game. But, of course, to them, they would like to think they're very much in this. And doing that to themselves, shooting themselves in the foot like that, does not help their cause.
Who gets it down to Zarek and retrieves it back. It's 2 plays, some catch here on the left side. Cross-ice pass for Zarek from Solomon. Zarek rips one, and the rebound, they score. Riley Johnson now completes the trifecta of the first line. Solomon, Zarek, and now Johnson all with at least a goal tonight. It is now 6-0 in favor of the Icepack.
Parker Zarek was originally looking for the hat trick goal there. Just missed wide, bounces off the back wall right to Riley Johnson, and Riley Johnson just rips it for his goal. And you're right, that does complete the trifecta of the starting forwards. Solomon, Zarek, and Johnson all posting a goal today. You could say that lineup change by Coach Tim Healy has been nothing short of effective tonight.
They really look to have engaged that top gear that he was describing to us before. Solomon bringing it in, looking to get another quick opportunity after the goal. Trying to shake off a hit. Zarek, Icepack keep it in. Solomon taking it wide around Williams. Kicks it around the net, looking for a wraparound chance. Can't get it on net. Fires it back in on the backhand. Zarek will retrieve it. Dalton Carl all over him. Gives it to Solomon. Riley Johnson below the goal line. He flips it on from a tough angle. And now Louisville will take it the other way. Cam Costa with a dangle around James. In the corner, he turns it over, but Louisville reclaims it quickly. Zaritsky all the way around. Paul Drew trying to get it in deep for Costa. Instead, Hugo takes it to the ice back. He's sealed off by Drew. James Matson will give it a try now for Louisville. Matson again sealed off by Victor Hugo. Good stick from Zaritsky, keeps it in for the Cards. They fire a shot from a wide angle. It's loose out in front. Toyer with the initial save. Icepack deny any further chances there. Gets back to the point for Drew. He fires a wrister, sticked away. Good move with the paddle from Isaac Toyer. Finally does escape the Icepack zone for a moment. They regroup and settle things down. Victor Hugo trying to feed a pass to the middle for Arini. Arini finally receives it from Robinson now. He passes cross crease pass, and they score! Oh, great passing from the Icepack. Miller from Garrett Arini. And that will be the extra point to make this one 7-0.
Yeah, Arini and Miller there just in sync with each other, knowing exactly what they wanted to do on that play. Coming up, Arini on the left side there, Miller on the right. Arini sees his man coming with him, passes it over the middle to Matt Miller, and Matt Miller puts it up top over Kevin Hale. And that'll make it 7-0 with just over 11 minutes left. You really got to wonder if there's anything left in the tank of Louisville.
11th goal of the season for Matt Miller. Icepack really spreading that skill across a multitude of lines. And now all 3 players on the second line have scored tonight as well. Zach Robinson, Matt Miller, and Garrett Arini. So those 2 lines, them along with Solomon, Zarek, and Johnson, really putting in some work for the Icepack tonight.
That's an interesting statistic you point out there. The top 2 lines, forwards-wise, have all scored, and Parker Zarek netting himself 2. And all the goal scoring has come from that top 2 lines. And apparently any lineup change that Tim Healy made has worked in the Icepack's favor.
Louisville trying to get something started, just not able to get much going. Icepack continuing to be sharp throughout the entirety of this contest so far. I think through the middle, it'll be a 2-on-1 for the Icepack. Oliver yields to Bailey to bring it in, and it's turned over. Bong flipping it back. Bong loses an edge. Whistle blows. Philip Bailey will be penalized here. Freshman hunting for his first goal. High sticking is the call against Philip Bailey. Cardinals with the power play. Though those bottom six forwards haven't been able to put anything on the score sheet tonight, there have been some good opportunities, especially from Philip Bailey, who will sit now.
Yeah, I'd argue all of them had pretty good opportunities. Eric Todd got ejected from the game, but, we've seen opportunities from Alex Fung, Philip Bailey, Nick Constantino on a couple, Emery Oliver, Avery Schaefer. We've seen them all, and they've all played really well today.
Icepack penalty kill looking to continue their perfection in this game. Speaking of perfection, the Boston Bruins will add a line of forwards they call the perfection line of Brad Marchand, Patrice Bergeron, and David Pastrnak. And they're all well and good, but I'd say at this level, the equivalent of that perfection line is Zarek, Solomon, and Riley Johnson. Just three incredibly skilled players.
Yeah, it's a
matchup nightmare for just about anybody.
That's a good comparison. Chris Solomon and Parker Zarek, they're number 1 and 2 on points on this team, and Riley Johnson, such a just a talented player, is a shot on goal there by Jacob Solis. But yeah, Riley Johnson, we haven't seen the goal scoring there for him this season, but he's definitely a really important player to this Icepack roster. He has 12 points on the season going into this game. So I have a few more adding on to his total after this one.
But Riley Johnson was injured in that season opener against North Carolina, so that has been hindering him for a while. Chance there from Carl sent away, and on a rebound trying to wrap it around was Louisville, but unable to corral it. And that one's fired wide. But Riley Johnson, he may be one of the fastest players on this team. Him and you could argue Charles Monteith, one of the other noticeable speedsters out there for the Icepack. And speed is their bread and butter. They've got a lot of it up and down the roster. Something that has been a big key to their success the past few seasons. Cross corner dump in for Costa. Plays it along for Parker G. Zach Burkhart will fire a low wrister now. Pad save and covered by Isaac Toyer.
Toyer seeing a little more action in this period, and you would think the Icepack being up 5-0 going into the period that he'd see a little bit more. The Icepack would kind of put the brakes on the scoring a little bit, although we've seen 2 goals. But Louisville has put some shots on net, and Toyer is holding up well so far.
Faced off in the defensive zone, won by the Icepack. Carrying it through the middle and colliding with Jacob Cesalis was Alex Robinson. Cesalis will be penalized here.
Cesalis passing the Icepack bench there, saying that was his fault, and yeah, it was.
Tripping the call against Cesalis. Kind of looked like they just had a little bit of leg-on-leg contact. Luckily, Robinson didn't seem to be too much worse for wear there. So now some 4-on-4 hockey. Or actually a power play for the Icepack, excuse me. Zarek on the draw. 2 goals on the night so far. Hugo's got it at the left point. Hugo fires a wrister, deflects up and into the mesh.
And that's something you don't normally see in hockey. Player taking responsibility for what he did, passing the bench, saying that one's on me, and moving on. But yeah, 7 minutes, 43 seconds left in this game. You kind of want to avoid the penalties at this point. Louisville's beaten, and they know that, and they don't want to get anybody hurt. They don't want to get themselves hurt. And for the long bus ride home, they just want to finish out this game. So they would be looking to avoid any further penalties coming up in this game.
Cleared all the way down by the Louisville penalty killers. Oh, the little forecheck intercepted out in front. One-time shot by G, saved by Toyer. Louisville still with possession, shorthanded though. Out in front, sticked along by Alex Robinson, and now sent back towards their own net, and they'll regroup a little bit before pushing this power play forward. A little over 7 minutes to go in this one. Icepack with a 7-0 lead over Louisville. Alex James, the top of the slot now. His wrister, and they score! Alex James left all alone on the power play at the top of the slot. Rips one past Hart. Hale, and it is now 8-0.
That's the first goal by a defenseman tonight. Alex James with a wicked wrist shot all by himself, one-on-one with Kevin Hale, and just not able to save that one. Just sped right past his glove, about midway up the goalpost to the right side. We'll take a look at this. Good pass across the center, and Alex James is there to put it away.
Good shot by the offensive-minded defenseman, his 5th goal of the season. Alex Fong will carry it in now for the Icepack, but moves out to James Matson. High up out in front of the scorer's box, and Zwitzky loses an edge. Louisville reclaims the puck. Outside the circle, they fire one in on Toyer, and he's there to pounce on it. This is something more like we have seen in Wake Competition Center over the last couple of seasons. A pretty lopsided victory in favor of the Icepack. You can't necessarily count your chickens before they hatch, but an 8-goal lead, typically pretty safe in the game of hockey.
You know, this is pretty impressive for the Icepack, too, because if you remember back towards the beginning of the season, that's when they were playing these unranked opponents, and Louisville ranked number 10 in ACCHL division. That's nothing to look past. You know, almost 6 minutes left, shutting out a Louisville Cardinal team that's ranked number 10. That's quite a feat there, as the Icepack will go offside.
Louisville, the number 10 team in ACHA Southeast, will drop to 13-9 after the conclusion of this series. Brian Graham said they're a young team. They've got a little bit of depth, and they are trying to build something up for the future that will be difficult to reckon with. And, you know, adding teams like NC State to strength of schedule, he said, will be important in doing that, getting guys that important experience to get their team up to snuff. And I'll tell you what, that philosophy sounds very similar to the one Coach Tim Healy has put into place for the Icepack. Puck cleared down into the Louisville end now, and we'll go for icing.
Going back to building up the program, right? In college hockey, there's really no real rivalries here. They're all trying to help boost each other up, because college hockey, like you said, in intermission isn't, school backed. It's all club hockey. So they need games like this Louisville does to come in and face a better opponent, only to better themselves and build their program up better. And NC State too, playing a number 10 Louisville. I'm not discrediting Louisville at all. Playing a number 10 Louisville and shutting them out does really good for school recognition for NC State. So overall, I mean, both teams are winning at heart.
Puck flipped on the backhand and saved by him. Just saw Max Score and Joey Bianconi here in the booth with you, as always, here on PackTV. Feel free to follow us on those social handles, if you please. We'll be bringing you more Icepack action throughout the second half of this season, and hopefully into the postseason. We'll see how things shake out. 5:23 to go in this one. Icepack with an 8-0 lead, a commanding performance, and we had thought almost last night that this was something that Coach Brian Graham was speaking with me about before the game. He thought maybe the road legs would play more of a factor last night, but Louisville kept it a little bit more competitive last night. A really good first period. We just kind of got chipped away at until NC State was able to build that lead up to a 5-1 victory. And tonight, NC State really stepping onto the gas. And Coach Healy said that we believe last night was sore about their B+ game. Well, this is about as A+ as you can get here for NC State. Morgan tries to play it around Jackson Cowan, unsuccessfully so. Dalton Carl picks it up. Dalton Carl circles back at the top of the right circle, dangles around Avery Schaefer, who cannot get the shot off though. Costantino picks it up, and it'll be a 2-on-1 for the Icepack. Costantino with Schaefer. Costantino tries to feed the pass across. Good sliding block by Zach Sellinger. Clearing attempt kept in by Cowan. Louisville does clear now, and they carry it over the offensive blue line. Morgan can't corral it. He's got it in the corner. Robinson takes it away. Garrett Arini chops it ahead and gets it up for Zach Robinson. Another 2-on-1 for the Icepack. Robinson with Matt Miller. He feeds it over to Miller. Miller tries to make it dangle and feed it behind Hale, but Hale there with a good reaction to stop that one.
Yeah, very good save there by Kevin Hale, coming out of his box to make that save, extending, almost doing a split to make that save. So credit to him. He's had 8 goals scored on him, but makes a pretty good save right there. Good boost in confidence for him.
Similar move to the one Chris Solomon pulled on him on the goal where the net got dislodged, and now Dalton Carl will sit 2 minutes for a tripping penalty just here in front of the Louisville bench. Another Icepack power play looking to add to their large goal total in this one. Philip Bailey notably out there here to start out this power play. We'll see if they are really feeding him, trying to get him a goal. Miller's got it behind the net, gives it back to Alex James. James gives to Robinson. Robinson waiting, he'll fire a shot, blocker saved by Hale. Rebound opportunity hacked at. Zach Robinson, he fires a wrister now just high. Bailey's got it. Bailey shaking off Carl Drew. Back to the point for Alex Robinson. Robinson for James. Back to Robinson, his pass in for his brother Zach. Zach shaking off Carl Drew. He gives it over to Alex James. Back for Zach. His wrister out in front looking for a tip from Matt Miller, but saved by Hale.
Yeah, with just over 2:55 left in the game here. The Icepack are definitely more than content with just having puck control here and ticking down the clock, but of course they would like to get the freshman Philip Bailey his first goal.
Johnson with the puck off the face-off now. Gives it back for Solomon. Over for Hugo. Back to Solomon. Hugo's got it again. No fake. Wait. Survey for another option. Gives it back over for Solomon. Bounces off his stick down to Arini. Arini trying to stop and turn around Brett Piatti. Cam Costa comes away with it for the Cards. Costa trying to get around Victor Hugo. Not an easy task to shake off the veteran defender. Played ahead to Riley Johnson. Johnson, very patient, stops, feeds a pass through the legs to Zarek. Now, slap shot by Hugo, pad save by Hale. 41st shot of the game for the Icepack. Solomon with a dangle, spins around a defender. Costa tries to clear, good stick lift by Solomon to keep that one in control. Solomon waits, flips it over for Zarek. Zarek ekes off of Ty Morgan, who's got it in the corner. Power play about to expire here. Backhand flip across for Zarek from Solomon. Behind the net, it's Arini. NC State cycling it around, imposing their will. Now Solomon's got it at the top of the right circle. His flip deflected high and just over the glass for stoppage. 1:23 to go in this one. Icepack finishing off a 2-game sweep of the Louisville Cardinals. Will improve to 18-2 on the year. 17-1 against Division II competition. Holmes has it off the face-off for Louisville. Behind feet ahead for Zach Burkhart. Burkhart, the lone goal scorer for Louisville in this series, scored last night. Good play by Costantino. His wrister goes just high of the net. Schaefer, just one timer for Costantino, sent just wide. Marone coming ahead, out in front, they score! Avery Schaefer with the deflection out in front. And that'll make it a 9-0 hockey game.
Yeah, Schaefer with the good stick position there in order to elevate that puck over the shoulder of Kevin Hale. We'll take a look at the replay here. Pretty good pass there by Miles Ferrone to start out right to Avery Schaefer. Believe that was planned to try to get the tip in there for Avery. That'll be his 4th point of the year. Haven't seen much from him so far. It's good to get him going late in this game.
I think it really speaks to the depth of the Icepack. This is only Avery Schaefer's 5th game played. You know, they cycle him in and out, you know, depending on, you know, who's available for the Icepack. He's scored 3 goals this season. Another valuable asset to this deep Icepack team. Puck sent the length of the ice down to the Louisville end.
So if all goes well, Toyer looks to be in line for a shutout tonight. 19-save shutout.
Just got to get through the last 19 seconds.
Just
of this one.
The last 19 dreaded seconds.
We'll see if we put the drinks on for this one. Face-off won by the Cardinals. Stick out of the zone. Sent all the way back into the Louisville end. And Cecilise will flip it ahead. Nobody home for Louisville. And that will do it. It will be a 19-save shutout for Isaac Toyer and a 9-0 victory for the home team here at the Wake Competition Center. The Icepack adding another win to their resume, and they sweep the visitors from Louisville. Final score of 9-0 here. Over the course of 2 days, 14-1 in advantage of the Icepack.
Yeah, just an overall very good game played by the Icepack. One of the best I think we've seen so far this year in this building. Healy was talking about how he wanted to see like a full game of hockey, full 3 periods, and I think that's what we got today with the 9-0 victory.
So the Icepack do indeed improve to 18-2, 17-1 versus Division II competition. Actually, I believe that should be 18-2, 18-1 versus Division II. Pardon my mistake. So another strong showing for NC State, continuing their campaign towards hopefully another ACCHL title and another berth into ACHA Nationals. 9-0 your final score here from the Wake Competition Center. When we come back, we'll have some final post-game thoughts, analysis, and interviews. Watching Icepack Hockey on PackTV.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library.
Don Diablo. Oh yeah, this is actually in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? It's Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
Welcome into Icepack postgame here on PackTV. Max Gordon and Joey Bianconi with you as always here. It's the Icepack with a dominant performance here at home, a 9-0 win over the Louisville Cardinals. Joey, it was really just Icepack from start to finish here.
Yeah, just pure domination here at the Wake Competition Center. Coach Tim Healy can't ask for anything more out of that team with 9 goals scoring from the top 2 lines, each of those players getting at least 1 goal. So, everything gone right here for the Icepack so far.
You get the first 7 goals scored by top 6 forwards in the lineup, and then 1 added by Alex James, and then with the last minute and 20 seconds there, Avery Schaefer adding 1 with the deflection out there in front of the Louisville crease. Just an overall solid performance from beginning to end. Only 19 shots allowed by the Icepack, all saved by a freshman goaltender, Isaac Toyer. A great performance from him. Didn't seem to be shaken at any point during the game. Looked confident, looked like he knew what he was doing out there in the crease, and was able to easily get the win here for the Icepack.
Yeah, he looked really sharp in goal all night. The 19 shots that he did face, he actually faced quite a bit more shots in the third period than he did all game. So, having saved those shots and creating a shutout for himself should be really good and feeling really confident coming up in the next few games.
Should be a good confidence booster for Toyer. Moving on in this program, once older goaltenders like Eric Daniel do eventually move on, he's a freshman and he will be here for a couple more years and could be a centerpiece to continuing, to build this program and build it up and continue to see performances like this, 9-0, and we'll just see what the ceiling for this team could possibly be and what the future holds.
Yeah, we're expecting big things out of this Icepack team coming up this year and years beyond. Like we saw last year, bid to nationals, made it all the way to the University of Mary, knocked off by them, but they're a really good D2 team, and expecting to get right back to where they were, if not further this year. And goaltenders like Isaac Toyer, the freshman, getting a shutout in just your third game, it really speaks volume for him of how good of a player he is and how good of a player he's going to be in the future for this team.
Icepack winning this one by a final score of 9-0. Aggregate score of the first of both games against Louisville, 14-1. Just really impressive, and they close out an easy win here at the Wake Competition Center. We're going to take a short break here on PackTV. When we come back, some more post-game analysis and final thoughts. You're watching Icepack Hockey on PackTV. Back here on PackTV with some post-game coverage of the Icepack's 9-0 victory over the Louisville Cardinals. Joining me now, Avery Schaefer, the final goal scorer in tonight's 9-0 win. Avery, it was just kind of a dominant performance from your team from beginning to end, a huge victory. What do you think was the key to you guys, finishing off Louisville so strongly here?
I think we just built on what we had yesterday. I think we just stuck to our systems, and we were just hungry on pucks, and just got the job done tonight.
You were able to convert on your third goal of the season there late in this one. Walk us through that play, how you were able to get that deflection goal.
I just saw the puck go to the point, and I saw Miles. I think he was able to keep it in, and first thing I just thought was just to get to the front of the net, and I saw him shoot it and try to get a stick on it, and luckily he was able to go in.
You guys come back from the second half, unfortunately close loss to Liberty there last Friday, but since then you've won the last 3 games. You won the last 2 games here against Louisville by a total score of 14-1. Mm-hmm. How are you guys feeling, in the locker room? What's the momentum like moving forward, and how are you guys going to build on this moving forward?
Well, I think we knew Liberty was going to be like one of our toughest tests, and so we knew Louisville was going to be a pretty good team, and so I think since we were able to split with Liberty, I think we felt pretty good. And so I think for the rest of the season, I think we're feeling pretty good about ourselves and our ranking. And, I know we got Virginia Tech coming up next week, so I know we're going to have to put a much better effort against them and hopefully, get the win against them.
All right. Thanks, Avery.
Thank you.
That game against Virginia Tech will be here on PackTV next Friday. 9-0, the final score here from the Wake Competition Center. When we come back, some final analysis and post-game interviews. You're watching Icepack Hockey on PackTV.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library.
Don Diablo. Oh yeah, this is actually in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library.
Don Diablo. Oh yeah, this is actually in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
9-0, your final score, NC State over Louisville here at the Wake Competition Center. And we'll speak to Coach Tim Healy here in a moment for some final thoughts from the head coach. But, I have to imagine it'll be nothing but positives from him tonight, from the offense, the 7 goals from those top 6 forwards to his freshman goaltender who would come away with a shutout tonight.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. You look at the scoreboard, it actually just went off, but they had 42 shots on net against this Louisville team and only 19 and going the other way. So a very offensive performance here from the NC State Icepack. Dominated the offensive zone, dominated in the defensive zone as well, not letting up too many opportunities to Toyer. So overall, really good performance by this Icepack hockey squad.
For what opportunities they did allow Louisville in terms of their defense, it wasn't too much in terms of high danger chances. There weren't too many times where you're looking like Louisville had a solid chance to score, and all the credit in the world to the NC State defense. Back checking well, denying at the blue line. Very few times were Louisville even able to enter the offensive zone with the puck, and just all the credit in the world to the way they played here tonight, and coming off a strong performance last night for an even stronger one tonight.
Yeah, and the Icepack definitely fixed the problems that they had last night, making that B+ performance into an A+ performance. Fixed their problems in the neutral zone, not turning over the puck as much, playing better on the defensive side of the puck, and just overall scoring more goals. So you can't ask for anything better than that.
Yeah, their speed and skill was on full display, and you can see that really well in players like Chris Solomon and Riley Johnson, but also guys like Avery Schaefer, getting that deflection goal late in this contest. Alex James, our really good offensively minded defenseman, scoring another goal here tonight. That was the one that made it 8-0 there late in the third. And maybe you can't necessarily read too much into goals late in the game where it's already pretty much out of hand, but I just think that again speaks really well to just how much offensive talent they have on this team and the opportunities they're able to generate no matter who's on the ice.
Yeah, definitely if those goals were, let's just say, in the first or second period, it'd probably mean more. But to the players like Avery James, who don't get many scoring opportunities, don't get many chances to play in this season, scoring a goal even late in the game can do wonders for his confidence and just get him more involved in future games. So hopefully we will be able to see more of him and more of the rest of the team playing like that later on in the season.
Well, it seems Coach Healy will be unavailable for comment tonight, but again, nothing but positives for NC State tonight moving forward. They've got Virginia Tech next Friday here at the Wake Competition Center. That game will be broadcast right here on PackTV, so join us again then. 9-0 the final score tonight. NC State sweeps Louisville in a 2-game set here in Morrisville. We will see you again next week for the game against Virginia Tech. Max Gorin here for color commentator Joey Bianconi, our producer Sullivan Strong, and everyone on our PackTV crew. We'd like to thank you for joining us for this presentation of Icepack Hockey here on PackTV.
This isn't the old Icepack team.
NC State, they just pump out relentless attack after relentless attack.